capture? Yes, I am. Now, did it go up is the real question. Okay, I got a notification for my own stream. That's good. I think we're live. Let's see if chat starts piling in.
Yeah, all right. I need to bring up stream. I have like 70 windows open.
Hello, all. Yep, that means we are live. Hello, Adam. Your name's not Adam. Your name is Adin. I'm gonna try to play Doom Eternal. Now that I know the stream's working, hopefully my stupid OBS doesn't crash.
What's your Twitch?
That's a good question. I can hear you, bud. Thanks, bud.
Are you on Twitch or
YouTube?
YouTube?
No, I'm on YouTube.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because YouTube records my... I don't have to re-upload to YouTube that way. Much easier on the brain. What's going on? Me and Ink are here. We're just chilling. He had some time. And Mino's angry that we didn't get the stream with him yesterday, so I figured I might as well host a little. Mino didn't plan to make an appearance, but there's no predicting what he'll do, so he might show up later. I'm gonna try and play Doom Eternal, but Windows decided to reinstall it right now, so that's awkward. So I'll pull up Xenoblade instead because I'm also kind of half playing that at the same time.
Nice. Live up to the stream name and the stream thumbnail.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
excellent.
Oh, yeah.
I am so tempted to run back some Lufanias with Vincent just to show that he's crap.
Oh, well, wow, spicy.
I'll hold off on that though.
Okay, let's see. Is it capturing my sound? All right, let's add the. It's not display capture. It is. Oh no! Did Doom come on? Oh no. Oh, it did, but it came out on the wrong window. That doesn't help me. All right, I guess we're playing Doom instead, guys.
I don't see anything besides The Legend Continues.
Yeah, I gotta wait for the game to load.
That's cool.
And swap my window and then turn it on in OBS. Cause Bethesda. Come on.
Gonna let my dog out.
Ooh, this is loud. Doom Eternal isn't bad at all. Yeah, it's fun. It's just really violent. Sometimes it's all you really need. Oh, this is so loud. Okay, video. Borderless windowed. Monitor to 2. Let's put it over there. Boom. That's where we want it. Still not on the stream though. Working on it.
Yeah, this is exactly why I don't like streaming myself.
Why is that?
It just takes there's a lot of setup that you need.
Oh, I should have done this before, but I just wanted to go.
No, but yeah. Still.
The only thing BC fears is OBS. Okay. Okay. Now, I do fear OBS. It's a scary thing. Okay. Helps get aggression out? Of course it does. Okay. Doom Eternal. Capture specific window. Do not count. Why is it not picking up? It's only picking up. Looking for a game. I'm almost there.
Try. You should try routing it through your television and then have that mirrored
I will destroy
to
you.
an external display. That might help a lot.
Okay.
I miss the
the
old days,
screen.
BC.
Yes. Well, get over it. There, as you say, deal with it.
I do see
Okay.
deal with it a lot.
All right, it should be up now. Will you make more Yakuza content? Yeah, I will eventually. Okay, people piling in.
Nice.
I'm really bad at this game. I say that a lot. Maybe it's because I'm playing Ultraviolence.
So I didn't.
Down. Go ahead.
I don't play Smash a lot, but when I was watching you stream, I was thinking that you weren't that good in Smash, or that your friends were like very good.
Yeah, Har is a sweaty Smash main online warrior. I can at least hold my.
I don't
own
necessarily
sometimes.
know what that means, but it sounds impressive.
It means he plays online a lot, and he's Ink's volume is a lot higher than mine. Ooh. Okay, should be better now. I turned mine up a little.
Okay, sounds.
How does he sound now, guys?
Hopefully, I sound.
Ink's worth the
Hopefully I
Thornberry
sound
Troop
better.
is top notch. He's all right.
Thanks. I can't see chat right now, but I'll take all compliments. They'll help boost my confidence as I pick up after my dog.
Sponge Glock SwearPants. What is going on in my comment section? There were a lot of suspect people in my comments on my Shulk pull video yesterday. A lot of very suspect people.
Like people that think you hate Dirge of Cerberus?
No.
Or like just spam? Is it because you're getting too big with like subs?
No. About Shulk.
Oh.
Yeah. Very suspect.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Quite a few many people calling her waifu.
I mean,
Saying it.
sure.
No, not sure. She's,
Like-
she's 9.
Well, right, but people don't know that, and they're just looking at her, and that's fine.
Nah, because then
Right.
when I said she's 9, somebody was like, "Oh well." Yeah.
Get that flagged ASAP.
Yeah, he deleted his comment afterwards, which was even funnier. He's like, "Oh wait, there's so many upgrades in this game. I don't know what to do. As long as you're at max health, I will never be at max health. Demons drop armor at a fast. Oh, so light people on fire. Oh yeah, that's."
I heard
Oh.
that Shulk is sort of jank, just like eating up orbs. Is that true?
I haven't even done the Lufenia yet. I was gonna do it tomorrow morning. She's like a. At first, I didn't understand. It took me a while to understand, and I kind of wish I didn't pull on her because I don't even. Apparently, you don't even need her. You don't even need her for the Lufenia. I only pulled because I was capped on tickets, which is definitely a bad habit. I pulled on Kate for the same reason, and I probably never gonna use him either. But yeah, she can burn a lot of consecutive turns and then just like King style, just refresh all her skills and burn them all again. It's a weird kit. What am I doing? Agrius
Maybe we'll get a King LD first in GL, and then people will say, "Oh, now I can skip Shell."
Yeah, pretty much. So you hear what the orb was?
Yeah, refresh skills.
Yeah, it's so funny.
What the? I mean, that's borderline made up. Like, at this point,
It's creative. I can appreciate it.
Yeah, at this point, it'll be like orb deal single target brave damage without inflicting a brave hit somehow, like with Pinello or something like that.
I'm all
Like-
for more creative orbs. Chad, I'm getting some water. I'll be right back.
Sure. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna add orbs that are like attack enemy with a blue colored weapon, and it's just throw things on their head. But that's fine. I'm glad they're being more creative, but it makes it a bitch for us for like future planning to try and like I have to make sections on our roles page. So every time they add something new, that means that I need to like consider creating a role for it because it's important.
Yeah, that's gonna. Them getting more creative is fun for us, but bad for your page.
Yeah. I mean, content creation is an animal.
Yeah. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, am I right, guys? Oh man, I need to play. I need to beat Mino's ass against fighters on stream. That's right. You gotta play that. Oh right, he asked me to send him the link. Fuck.
Is Mino supposed to join us?
No, but he wanted to see the stream, and every time I stream, I don't tell him.
Well, yeah, that sounds like Mino.
Okay, let me shoot him the link, and then
Mino enjoys streaming on days that he knows that I'm busy, and then blames me for being busy.
Yes, that's exactly how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm already watching. Oh. Okay. Well, fuck you too. Or change phone's time zone while inflicting 2 debuffs. Oh no, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just dead.
What's up, John? Hey, Alowan. I finally am looking at chat for a second before I go get wings. What is everyone else eating for?
Was he supposed to join us? No. Well, yeah, no shit, idiot. You could do Shulk with Ash Vayne and Dark Knight Cecil. I'm not kidding. Yeah. Guys, I don't know how to play this game. I think I'm supposed to like double jump here. I think don't I have some sort of tether? Oh my god, this is gonna be bad. Oh nope, that's a grenade. That's a chainsaw.
Can you rename the stream name to BC Teaches Doom walkthrough or something like that?
No, shut up. Hello Ink, hello Ink. Hey look, it's Duke Nukem. Might as well be, because I don't know what the hell to do. Maybe I can go out the other way. No. Oh, this is bad. At least the frame rate's crispy.
Yeah, the frame rate is nice. It's looking good.
Nope, that's something else. Okay. Maybe I hold the jump button? No.
Mudkip is here. Mudkip causes me a lot of stress because I often want to disagree with Mudkip, but generally Mudkip has very good taste in like characters and Pokemon for whatever reason. Not that I am not a fan. I am not a fan of Pokemon anymore. I've gone too deep. I am clawing my way out and never going back.
Of what?
Pokemon.
Oh yeah, good. Stay away. I'm so underwhelmed by the Gen 4 remakes.
I'm underwhelmed by the type resistances and weaknesses, or effectiveness, I guess. It is super.
Oh, that wasn't it.
Super boring.
I am stuck.
It's not wrong because most people just call him Mino and that's it. So, yeah. If you only just got it and you've always called him Mino Spellgood, then I don't know.
You get a little leniency.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially because it's like people know it, so it just rolls off the tongue at this point, and you're probably not thinking of it, you're just saying it. So
I can grab the wall? Oh shit. Oh, I didn't click it! Ah! Isn't there a dash button? No, there's no sprint in this game. Alright, I got it now.
Mudkip, it's ironic that you don't like Pokemon either. I mean,
a guy named Mudkip doesn't like Pokemon? Oh. Alright guys, turns out I can
the world coming to?
Scale walls. Alright, we're in there. But Ink, I know you wanted to talk about Sayador. So you don't have many nice things to say about him.
I have a lot of really, I mean, I've cooled down a little bit.
Okay,
I spent probably 25 plus hours.
25? You said 15!
No, no, it's more than that.
Oh no.
Yeah, I actually counted it out. It's a lot of hours that I spent watching Sayador videos and everything. Yeah, I'm not a fan of his kit at all. Hold on, my garage is gonna open, which is loud.
Okay, take your time. It wasn't that loud, by the way.
So my problem with Sayador, and you can tell me if you think that I'm wrong or whatever,
Okay.
but my main problem is that he doesn't bring like really anything notable that we haven't seen in GL before. And his most notable quality is damage, of which the damage is conditional, which is that in and of itself is ridiculous. His healing is hard tied to a skill that is tied to his longevity. So you can't even you can't even use the skill when you want to. Like you're basically gated because if anything you do with Sayador, you are actively destroying his longevity to counteract a bad design of his kit, which just pisses me off. I don't like characters that aren't flexible, where you're like, I watch videos and it's like, oh, his EX is charged. Cool, the party's not at 100% HP. They use the AA, and it doesn't fully heal because it's only 20% heal. It doesn't fully heal the character, and then they set up basically that pulled the enemy one turn closer to being unbroken. And then after Sayador goes, it was a non-plus EX version because that party was not at 100% HP. And then the enemy came out from break and then clocks Y'shtola and knocks her to last stand because he's just sitting there dicking around.
Which Lufeni was this?
Like, I don't.
Was it the
remember.
Y'shtola heretic?
No, I don't think Ish was boosted. Yeah, she wasn't boosted. The party was because I was looking for non-paladin Cecil ones, and
Yeah.
it may have been Kadaj or something. Someone had a really weird team, and I was like, oh, this is funky. Yeah, but it's just very frustrating to watch players, and I spoke with VL and Eons, and they both tried to VL for sure. Eons doesn't always record all of her runs, but like they both said how annoying it is that every time his EX is charged or Awaken is gonna fall off, like you have to actively worry about him dying. He doesn't counteract his weaknesses at all, which is a big problem for an LD character at this point. Like if you think about how many characters we have with LDs that have conditionals on their stuff, like okay, Vincent's follow-up attack needs 2 debuffs, but that's easy for him. I mean, even then people were annoyed by it, right? But it's pretty easy for him to like maintain debuffs on an enemy. Most LDs don't have conditionals on them. Characters with LDs.
I was trying not to scream and interrupt you, but that was really hype. The music came on, and I listened to the song in the gym, like. Okay, continue.
Apparently, the Doom music, I only started listening to it because of Jeff plays guitar.
Is this the
and I don't
Thanos
know.
glove?
Thanos glove is good. Did you watch WandaVision, by the way? It was really good.
I need to.
Okay, you should watch it. No spoilers.
Yeah, thanks.
I guess it's sort of a spoiler that I said that it's really good.
Oh, everyone knows that.
But
Blood final.
yeah, I really despise characters in the game. I mean, I posted a video, but I said it's why I hate Alisei, is that she's locked to a rotation. I don't like a character that forces me to use something, because if I don't, they're going to hurt themselves or like potentially put my team at risk. If it's a one-time thing, or it's like, oh yeah, it's every I don't know, like 10 or 11 turns that you have to worry about this. Like, okay, that's fine. With Sayador, it's every 4 turns. It's like constantly there. So right now, people have synergy goggles on,
Yeah,
and
that
they're
I'm
gonna have,
guilty. I have
yeah,
synergy
they're gonna
goggles
have,
on for Sayador's EX. Outside of synergy, it's not so hard.
yeah, that's, I mean, well, yeah, his damage is great when you stack a bunch of debuff effects
But
in
that's
Transcendence
everyone in
4
the
and you
game.
have Yuna and you have a BT effect up, then his damage is solid. But like,
That's a lot of
he's just
ifs.
asking too much. But I guess by that point he's very old, so it's not really fair to
Yeah, I was gonna
say
say that.
anything. But even watching more recent like fights that are upcoming in GL, he didn't get a lot of use, and it's pretty obvious that it's because he's just frustrating to play. Um, and it's not like he brings anything that notable. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree on that front. Like, I wish like he has the risk reward of his dad when he was in the darkness, but not the. He's got the risk, but not the reward.
Yeah, there's very little. I'm actually sort of shocked that he doesn't have HP damage up. Um, it's pretty insane. By the way, I will just say for all the people that are like, oh, Vincent's so good in all these fights. I'm literally comparing a run of my run with I did Cyan, RCL, and Onion Knight. Other people, I'm looking at all these Vincent runs, and I'm like, all these Vincent runs have HP damage up. They're using Balthier, and the Vincent is doing the same damage, maybe a little bit more than my Cyan. And my Cyan doesn't have HP damage up. He's not getting a 20% boost to all of his damage, which is absolutely crazy that people have these like GL first goggles on and are like, no, Vincent's better than we say. Like, sure, his attack debuff is legit. It's great. However, he's not countering orbs. It's just bothering me that people are defending him. He doesn't cover any staple roles. Is he usable? Yeah, every LD character can be used.
Yeah, usable is the bare minimum. Sero's usable.
Yeah, I'm curious if those people ran it back without, like, exact same team setup, ran it back without Vincent and swapped it for like Caius. Would they have a better score? Or would it be easier? I don't know, but
Yeah, I like going back with Cam and doing the runs for Vincent's run, and then Cam, you don't have to worry about a lot. You kind of just put him there and he debuffs, especially when there's a lot of AoE attacks.
yeah, I can actually see that. Cam is a pretty decent analog to Vincent because they're both heavy single target damage.
Yeah, and well, Cam doesn't have the AoE shape. He does have the delay and the paralyze and the slight party auras as well, which is helpful. He doesn't have Vincent's defense down, so I mean, every Cam run I do in place of Vincent is smooth as hell.
Does Cam have debuff armor?
Yes.
Okay, so they have that both going for them.
And Cam only takes usually he mainly takes a 1 debuff slot, can take a 2 if he paralyzes up, but other than that, you don't really gotta think. All that really matters when bringing Cam is the boss hitting him. And the odds of you getting broken with Cam are pretty much 0 now. Oh shit, that's a flamethrower. I have a flamethrower! Oh yeah! Ah! Okay, that's cute. Let's read chat. Sayador's the skill should count as party members either. Yeah, that's hilariously obnoxious. Here Sayador is getting tuning pass when it happens. Squall makes everyone look like a baby for a month at least. Yeah, that's gonna. I really hate the Y use X when you have Y, but really, Squall can do more damage on his HP plus with less condition than Sayador can with his skill 1.
It feels like Squall with Pinello Call is light years better than Sayador.
Vincent's so good he get cucked by Hojo, waiting for his LD boards, possible rework. Is this Doom multiplayer or co-op? Doom has multiplayer? This is story. Ink is just here, existing. There's like 10
Yeah,
problems I have with Vincent. Go ahead.
I'll be back with chat shortly. I'm just picking up dinner.
Yeah. Having run a Vincent a lot of Lufenias, he needs a lot to make him work. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, is it worth the setup cost? And people are bringing him to the. And I mean, I already working on my follow-up video about how I didn't even think about Vincent working through debuff and peril stuff, and I thought he was just done, but clearly he wasn't. But there is still a huge setup cost to using him, and you're working against the content, which I still think was a mistake on the devs' part.
I was watching videos where his debuffs are resisted, and he's dealing like 5k brave damage with a party filled with auras, and he's dealing like 70 or 80k per turn. Like I appreciate debuffers. I love debuffers because they neuter enemies, and Vincent notably neuters enemies. But I'd rather have Kefka.
And it depends on his neutering the enemy. A good idea in the first place. Like with the and I wish I hadn't said he was dead on the same. Fuck! I keep dying. It's hard to talk and die at the same time. I wish I had looked a little harder at that fight, because the thing I didn't quite understand about debuffers is it's the same thing that happened with Pain, really, where Pain's debuff and auras are so good that she can justify her presence on the team if you build around it, and Belial does that a ton, and I think that's cool. But Pain is compact, you know. Pain doesn't actually have a lot of. Fuck! Really, this guy keeps killing me like that. Pain does not have a lot of setup costs. You put her debuff up and she just sits there, and that's all you really got to do. But Vincent has a maintenance and a lot more to worry about. I'm not gonna die this time.
Pain needs a battery. That's probably her biggest thing, is she needs a good battery. But not only does Vincent need a battery because of his HP plus, not only does he need a battery because of the HP plus, but like he also needs people that don't conflict with debuffs, and it's gonna get so debuff heavy with every character that's coming out.
Yeah, I got the debuff spam. It's just horrible. I hate. It's such an annoying. It's a shame Caius had to suffer with that, because Caius is a really cool kit. But building, I mean, some people love building around debuffs, but it is kind of painful and limiting, and not always fun. Some people can make it work, but I don't know. Oh no, am I out of ammo and everything? Oh shit. Oh no, do I have nothing? Oh my god. Help! Okay, chainsaw. I was trying to. It is hard. Okay, I was expecting to play something and not having to think while I play it, but that's Doom clearly wasn't the game to do that. Let me read chat again. Hello, Brian. When Mino was trying to justify Sarah, you saying Sarah was usable? Gave me flashbacks to when you and Mino covered the 3rd anniversary. Really? What did I say?
Is this a good time for me to say that I think Sarah LD is better than Sayador LD?
Let's flesh that out.
I mean, I think that it is.
You know, and then let's.
I mean, she provides great buffs and auras, provided you get her artifacts, which were very important to be mentioned on the Ope stream. But she doesn't introduce risk. She adds a bunch of battery and brave regen to your party. And
let's have the brave can armor.
Yeah. There's so much more to her that actually, like, she's reliable.
Fuck!
You know what you're getting out of her. She's not gonna almost kill you. She doesn't have conditional damage.
She is consistent.
There's endless reasons, and I feel like, I mean, look, if the orb is cleansed, then sure, Sayador is great. He can't help with burst heal orbs, unless you have another healer in the party, because his uses are so limited.
Well, his C6, he has a C65 as well, and as
Yeah, but
if
that's
you
still
take him out of Awakening,
yeah,
I'm
that's
slightly
still
playing
7
devil's advocate
uses.
here, but how do I melee? God
Healing,
damn it!
healing himself on Awakening, I don't know. I don't buy
No, no,
that.
I'm talking about so his C65 and his non-awakening Brave Plus heals the party.
Oh, yeah. That
That
feeling
is more a
when
technicality. In practice, is not going to be pretty. I don't think. I see where you're coming from, but I wanted to point that out.
yeah, that feeling when you get a new overhead effect that upgrades your Brave and HP attacks to be worse than your previous ones.
I'm still dying so
Situationally,
much.
sure. The splash on his HP plus with Awaken is great, and the Brave plus is pretty cool that it refunds. And I've seen people use it to great effect, but the literally would be how much better would he be if his HP plus plus batteried the party for 50% while he had Awaken?
Oh, that'd be stellar.
He would be a reliable, consistent battery on top of a fat damage dealer.
Awakening needed more
so
juice, basically. Like it's like they tried to go the Renoa route and made him have like a punishing stance at the cost of big damage, but really they just expect you to stay in Awakening all the time, which I'm not a fan of. How do I melee? God damn it! No! What's the melee button? No, it's the bumper. Okay, I've died
I
to this
got
guy like 10
Turok
times.
flashbacks from that, DC.
Kill the flying Cyclops first, so you can't worry about that later. I'm trying to figure out how to press my buttons. The stat increases for this party and the same stat decreases for the enemy. Yeah, Pain has a good niche of being compact. That's what I really like about her. I never invested in her, but I like the concept of being compact. What difficulty is this? I think it's second from the hardest. I just play this game so infrequently that I never remember what button to press. So I keep dying here because I keep trying to melee this dude down, and I just can't remember the button for it. But let's keep going about Sarah Zeldi. Are you gonna be doing? Are you gonna be attempting a Sarah saga?
That's interesting. If I have time,
Okay.
I will.
I know
Because
someone.
often sagas require multiple runs, like one run to punish the boss, stomp it, learn the mechanics,
Yeah,
and then another one to play around it.
agreed.
So I certainly, sagas are like upkeep unto themselves. That's why I'm doing runs right now, and I'm just trying to use an FF6 character in every run because they have a wide enough cast that it's pretty easy. Although the Cyan run took me like 4 or 5 resets.
Yeah, poor Necklor was suffering through that too.
It actually wasn't hard once you understood that you needed to save his EX to only remove debuffs. Like, you needed to hold it up. You couldn't use it whenever it came. And it's tough because his EX is so spicy.
Spicy.
You just want to press that button. It's a beautiful EX animation.
Consistently? Oh yeah, Yoshi Pasta. I saw you said you're still struggling on the Lufeni. Are you still trying to run that triple attack down team? Was there just not enough damage? Because I think it wasn't Cam, Balthier, and Vincent. Yeah, I could see there not being enough damage on that team. You were so close though.
Yeah. Wow.
Cheering you on, dude.
Here. Wait, this is for the
What's it called? Theodore.
oh my god, that's crazy. I mean,
He got
Cam
close.
has ice, so
Yeah,
they're
he does have
naturally
ice, so
weak.
he can. And I was doing a cam run earlier when I just subbed in, like when I was trying to just repeat a Vincent run, and Cam was hitting ice. I was like, oh yeah, he does that.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. But yeah, that sounds rough damage-wise.
Yeah,
Damage
those turns
and
will get you.
battery-wise. Like, if you're gonna leave damage on the table, you need battery.
Yeah. I will say, if anything, Balthier has been. If anyone was not on the Balthier train, they're looking kind of.
I think they're there now.
Yeah, I laid it out. He trivialized this fight. Well, he didn't trivialize it, but he solo handles the orb. Oh god, this music is so good. Can I super melee this guy? Oh yeah. Yeah, Balthier, good shit. If he saved you resources on ulti and then what's it called? Ulti, RCL Lufendia. RCL is Lufendia. I didn't expect him to do as well as he did. He did fantastic. Oh my god.
Yeah,
he trivialized that fight. To the point, and I only saw, going back to Vincent, I only saw one TCC challenge run with Vincent, and the challenge was no Balthi or no Arciela, and I figured that to be a more representative performance for Vincent in that fight, because Balthier just opens up all the debuff slots for him and makes it straightforward. But it was Beatrix. Oh, God, I got a grenade. God damn it! You gotta. I saw it was Beatrix, Shantoto, and Balthier, and Vincent's debuffs weren't active like most of the fight, which I found obnoxious. And they barely got turned too. So Vincent is usable, guys. Don't get me wrong, but I think I really now, if anything, now I think they should have leaned into his damage more, because he can get through those anti-Vincent fights. But if he were able to lean in more into the damage, I think that would have been good for him. Just a super offense, like D damage dealing debuffer. Like, I think that would have been a good role for him, but they stopped a little bit short. Because you do got to worry about the turn rate and the turns. I want to download code for this game on Christmas. I'm dying and I just missed that grenade. This is probably a dead run. Yeah. How much bigger does Cam get with his boards, though? He's a pretty big guy. For you.
He is very tall.
Is he? So he gets a double HP attack on his LD, and he applies the Addle debuff when he uses his LD, which is also good on his LD call. So you can just throw in the fat attack down in the frame whenever you want it, which is good. And he gets a little bit more party attack aura, and he gets gravity on his Brave Plus to help break them better. February is the month of support armor. You mean the month of not spending Lufeni armor tokens? Let me know if you want to get humiliated in fighters on stream. Oh! Is that how it is? Huh. I could take a quick break from work. Maybe tomorrow. So many units got support. Hope, Ramza, Afmal, Kryle got Unity. Oh, somebody said that. I was on the Balti train from the jump. Yeah, I mean, just his auras were so unique. I mean, that should have been the end of the conversation.
You almost have to wonder how much Balthier. This is a hot take that I have not thought out. So
all right, let's hear it.
Don't quote me on it.
I'm getting ready.
But that but that he actually will lower the reliance that a lot of people have on Paladin Cecil outside of Transcendence 1. Like, he was super. Paladin Cecil was super popular for his auras and stuff. And he's healing, and I know he's doing a lot, but still, Balthier covers a lot of. I'm not saying they're the same character or anything.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
That take wasn't as hot as I expected it to be. Good job. Or bad job. I don't know.
Bad job, I guess, but.
Super.
Yeah, it just feels like people will. Like, there will be less Paladin Cecil runs in Global because of Balthier.
Or maybe just the fact that he's so hyped that people are gonna hipster out of not using him. I know I am.
Yeah.
I use him a ton. I try not to run on my new game plus. I try to run different units.
Yeah. I like how some people were like so hyped for Paladin Cecil. I'm gonna run him in the co-op nonstop, and I'm like, oh god, co-op's gonna be triple Paladin Cecil.
It's gonna be an ass co-op all around, honestly. There's not really any damage dealers in that co-op.
I know the synergy is awful. It's like, oh well, I guess you can get Laguna.
Yeah, Cam isn't bringing the damage, and maybe Fang's additional ability. I don't even remember the co-op, but yeah, it's a raid too, which makes it even worse. How do I switch weapons? Ah! I'm gonna die. I'm gonna super die.
Wait, the raid means we have to use every character, right?
Oh god, it does. Okay, I'm gonna bring Barrett to the co-op.
That's awful.
Die, 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 die! Well, yeah, because the thing about Balthier is that this is backlogging my thoughts. Balthier isn't going to get hit by the Holy Absorb like Paladin Cecil is. That's another hidden benefit. Open the dossier to dismiss.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have just a ton of runs.
Yeah,
he's
Baltier's
never
gonna
gonna get
continue
locked
to
out
eat.
for months.
Yeah, for real. I didn't know he got gravity on Brave plus purple time. Yeah, it's on his LD boards. Yeah, he gets an additional party attack aura, so his auras are up to like 60% attack for the party now. Yeah, he just has good utility. So when he works well, he works well. He's not like carrying anything, but he's got the utility for like I've used him for delay orbs. Like when I did my Garland raid run where he got his burst, I used Cam as my third slot to stack with Seven's attack down, and he also contributed with delay and he stunned the orb. So I'd say that was an example of a good Cam contribution. But he's not perfect in every fight, obviously, but he can work. Imagining how much of the Reddit posts, how much they regret gem pulling, pitying Paladin Tessel's burst. Yeah, I think people are hype on the Paladin Tessel train without knowing that the LD is the important part. I mean, that's gonna be funny.
We'll see. I mean, we put one of the downsides in his infographic, like the help section. I had to put it is that if you have another BT character in your party, you are more likely to use that BT than Paladin Cecil's.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna. I mean, it's like how often do you use Warrior of Light's burst? You only use it when he's the only burst in your party.
Yeah. Especially with Squall's like Squall's burst effect is good for him. I don't think because after his rework, and I don't know exactly. I need to test this, but his EX might trigger his burst effect because the follow up is splashed. I don't know if that works or not. I need to. Do you have any idea if that works, Ink?
I do not.
Okay, yeah, I think I need to
and
test
I would
that.
not expect it to work.
Okay. Because I've always felt like it worked, but then feelings can be misleading, so I don't know. But yeah, pretty much, and even if the actual EX attack doesn't trigger the follow up, doesn't trigger the 50% damage up, I mean 50 fucking percent HP up for Squall, and that stacks with his LD boards, which is just 70%, which makes him just silly. It's just silly. Squall is so good. It feels like it's just 8 months ago when people were reading his rework without his LD boards. I'm like, yo, this is good already. What are his LD boards going to be? And then he rough divided again. It was over from there. It's weird how Cecil and Theodore have lipstick on. Are they born with it? Yes, they are. I'll rep Cam. No, you won't. Stop lying.
I think Cam. So you can tell me because you've got better, but like I'm looking ahead at all the LD board characters. Cam feels like he has the most complete LD boards that actually make up for his kit's weaknesses.
Yep, I'd agree with that. He got everything
more
he
than
needed
anybody
on those
else.
boards. Yep. He's gonna kill me.
Like you look at what did Kuja get? Kuja got
20% overflow. The most impactful
awful.
part of Kuja's boards was being able to use call abilities.
Yeah.
His LD boards. Dude, that's why I hate LD boards. No, LD boards only mean that the character can use their ability as a call. Everything else is arbitrary. Because if you look at Rom's LD boards, there's basically nothing there too, but it doesn't make a difference because he came with them.
It's not as zero as Lightning's LD board.
Oh yeah, that's rough.
People are gonna be, yeah, but she gets a call, which is very good for her.
No, she's already 80. She can already use calls.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Take that back.
And her LD call isn't very good either. So the price we pay for broken characters. His burst animation's pretty cool. All his burst animation's amazing. But October's gonna be triple rains. Gross.
I'm trying to find your Dash Lost Chapter run. You use Squall, right?
That was so much pain. Yeah, I copied the fuck out of that run.
I know. I'm gonna copy it too.
Oh yeah, that was. Oh, you're not gonna pull Yang, so you can run the Terra Yang, beat all content.
I probably will pull Yang.
Didn't you skip?
Just
You skipped
because
Dash,
of that.
right?
Yeah, I skipped that.
Oh yeah, that's a good banner for you then, because then Garland's Burst is on it too.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah, I'm gonna get.
fantastic banner for you, actually.
Yeah, I'll
OP
pull it.
is here. Oh, it is. Oh yeah, it is. I wonder if they're gonna about to confirm twins. Uh,
Oh, they're on. Do they stream? I've
no,
never actually
it's just
watched
a
it. Okay,
pre-recorded
okay.
video.
Okay.
Are we are overhyping the burst? I think it's more. You should go for the LD. People are lining up in droves to pity the burst. Um, I'm trying to remember how hyped Noctis and Arden were. I think
Majorly hyped.
they were a little bit too hyped. I think that good characters. Don't get me wrong, but I think it got a little out of control.
I think people were hungry for a good burst, like
Yeah.
a premium burst, and they're the first of the like very good, like reasonable good bursts.
Also, popular
That
game, something to do with it, but at least I can look back at my gameplay and like outside of like the challenge quest, I can't ever really say I needed Noctis for anything. Like for Transcendence 1, I'll be like Paladin Cecil put in work there. Like a couple fights, I'm like, yeah, if I didn't have Paladin Cecil, I would have been struggling. But Noctis and Arden, not
yeah,
quite on them. Good characters. Arden's definitely do a rework with his burst plus. Also, because his LD boards weren't spectacular. How do I didn't read that tutorial at all. My God.
they basically gave Vaughn the goods, and everyone else sort of got
Well,
like Kefka didn't get much, right?
Kefka got a decent amount. He got self HP damage up based on buffs, which is he basically got his burst effect inside of his LD boards. And so if you stack them both, then it's just disgusting. And then all his skills are functionally like 100% AOE now because he has so much overflow and so much HP damage up. So
Gotcha.
Kefka got good upgrades. Arden
Okay.
Arden not so much. He kind of needed a rework at this point. He got all right. So this I'm on. By the way, I'm playing Ultra Violence. What was I looking up? Was it milestones? Where's the tutorial? Um, Vaughn is just silly. Let's keep reading chat. Paladin Cecil's worth the hype, and he's still awaiting his. Oh yeah, Paladin Cecil LD definitely worth the hype. That's crazy stuff right there.
It's also near required for Transcendence.
Yeah,
left.
near required is not 100% required, but if you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot if you don't get it. Honestly, Twins burst confirmed hype. Did they show the animation? I love the Twins. Onion Knight and Paladin Cecil should both get LD board rework only because I want to see them have a dedicated enchant. Onion Knight should get a rework. Oh yeah, they're both long overdue for actual reworks. Noctis crashed the servers because he's popular. The last character worthy of hype was Lightning, LD, and Burst.
Mm,
Do I agree with that?
I need to look at the history.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it on paper.
I might agree with it. Because Lightning has been crushing it for a very long time. So you're probably right. Every time I see a tutorial, I don't look at it, and then I have to go find out what it is. Dash. Oh, okay. Oh, that's nifty. Oh. Maybe Noctis and Arden felt overhyped because we were still at the end of Chaos Era. Paladin Cecil seems like he contributes more for Lufenia. Agreed. I hope Arden gets actual stats up on his Burst Plus. Arden's probably going to get an LD board rework if Ishtola's any sign. Because Ishtola's LD board rework is what she really... some semblance of what she should have gotten on release. Like, the lack of no extra auras. Like, the fact that she only got 20% extra attack aura is just silly. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on there. They kind of lowballed her for some reason. Even Alphino, I talked to him about the Ishtola, and he's like, eh. when the guy who likes the character a lot goes, yeah, that's ugh.
That's on her original BT though.
Yeah, she's
BT
kind
Plus.
of she's a little sketchy.
Yeah. Does Garland's BT effect have HP damage up?
I don't know. I have
All
no
right, let
idea.
me look it up because
Please look it up.
Squall. I'm looking at his EX with his BT effect up. It's a little tricky because Paladin Cecil's in party, and then Squall also has HP damage up on his overhead, right?
Sorry, say that one more time.
Roaring Hammer, his Squall's overhead gets HP damage up, right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, okay.
Despite their transgressions against the Covenant,
Live research. It's the most interesting topic for a stream when I can't share my screen. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna try an Edgar run on Paladin Cecil's raid. See how that goes.
Why Edgar?
Because I think he's better than Vincent.
Wow, man, this is getting spicy. Why? Can you elaborate?
Well, he's got AoE damage, he's got splash damage. When you're running him with current supports, he'll be hitting hard. He has a brave damage up for the party. It's small, but he has it, and it stacks. Like, it doesn't count toward weakness damage. He's one of the few characters. He was, I think, the first person that gave us brave damage up. So I want to test out Edward. Oh God, I don't want to test out Edward. Screw him. Edgar. I feel like he might be reasonable.
Well, now I'm gonna have to preemptively say that Vincent can probably get through the Thunder Absorb Paladin Cecil Defenia with Paladin Cecil. Just because Paladin Cecil trivializes that fight. And that fight is also kind of easy.
As long as you mitigate the damage. So Vincent will attack down it, and then it won't hurt.
And then Vincent will be good, I guess.
Garland's burst effect is busted. Oh my God.
I don't actually know what it is. I just...
So it gets 1 stack after every ally turn, and it goes up to 4.
It goes up to 5.
It resets whenever... It says limit 4 on the DB, but it looks like 5. So
it's
yeah,
5.
let's say 5.
It's 5.
Level resets whenever an enemy takes a turn. So I'll give the lower end and then the higher end. So brave damage plus 30% when maxed, plus 50%. HP damage plus 10% when maxed, 30% HP damage up for the party. Brave damage limit goes up to 14,000, so plus 40% brave damage limit. And stolen brave limit plus 40% also at the high limit, 20% on the low limit.
So no HP damage.
That's no 30% HP damage up.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, that shit's stacked.
Yeah, I have to find a Squall run with BT that doesn't have Paladin Cecil and doesn't have Garland burst and all this other stuff, which is actually pretty hard because most players smartly stack burst effects to see whether he gets HP damage up on his EX.
Okay, Ink slowly turning this into the entirety of Final Fantasy VI versus Vincent. Yikes.
You got it.
Haven't used Noctis since he got out of Synergy. His kid isn't that fun. Agreed. Ramza better than Lightning. Agree. Personally. Cecil LD I get. It's the burst I was honestly not sure of. Yes, his LD is worth the hype. The burst not so much. Super True for Noctis, I bought into that hype. Pulled a mark by pitting it on boss, taking it a 9. Yeah. Noctis was a lot of people's wake-up calls, I think. Waiting for Kefka's skill to have 2 HP dumps. When he gets burst plus, probably he'll get a second rework. Doesn't Kefka LD on JP have 2 dumps? Yeah, it does. Animation's kind of funky. Yes, it does. Ha 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 ha. Thanks to Inkwelder for all your RCL love. Yeah, RCL represent. Hey VL. Yeah, VL, what's up?
Awesome.
I wish Vincent had the Alfie trade where you got a free skill after an HP attack. Agreed. Freudian slip. I don't know what I slipped up on, but we take those.
No, that was me saying Edward.
Oh, all right. Garland's a full pity. He carried me through the Chaos era. Double dump along with follow up and increasing the overhead is great. His burst plus won't give him too much. I don't know about that. Will allow him to shine. Garland's probably going to be broken again. 30% HP damage on Garland burst is nuts. Yeah, you just drop Garland friend, and the funny thing about it, Garland burst friend, is that I'm gonna fail this. Oh, I didn't fail. You need the enemy to not take turns to keep the effect up, but then he just delays them, and then you keep spamming his LD with the friend, and then he keeps building up his like defense down and speed down, so it's really hard for the boss to get turns, and you're hitting harder, and the aura is getting better. So Garland Burst Friend is absolutely utterly broken. It's ridiculous. I got tricked. 99 at OP, 20 minutes of info, 10 minute opening, 60 minutes of attempting Loof Plus. You must be new here. They always dick around on these. We rarely get like important info, just some basic stuff. The real stuff is packed in like the reports. You watch OP for the girls. Oh shit, no fuel. Oh! Ah! I'm electrocuted! Ah! Die. Alright, we're good. Oh god, I have to manage this stuff again. I missed! Twins getting burst is pretty cool. I want it. I wish, honestly, all the people in Vayne cycled, I pulled and then didn't use for anything. Which is moderately annoying. But it's my own fault. I should start doing content and then pulling. But I got into the loop of putting up pull videos on a schedule. So then I already say, oh, I'm going to pull on them. And then I say, never mind, I'm not going to use them. It's just not sustainable. So I should stop doing that. Well,
I'm a big proponent of doing it before you pull. Doing the
I should. I'm gonna try to start adopting that. Probably why I haven't done the Lufenia Plus, because once I finally figured out what Shulk does, I was like, ew, I don't want to play this. Pulling without knowing what people do. Hey, I just got them at 3 tickets. Are they good?
That's cool that Garland is getting BT Plus.
Yeah. Also, Cloud of Darkness is very broken right now again.
Ooh, Vanille LD.
Yep.
That'll be fun.
Vanille LD. Yeah, this is an interesting kind of one.
She has a cherry blossom staff for the skin.
Yeah.
The paid skin.
I am not
I
a
know
fan
you
of any
get
of the
all
paid
of those.
skins. I think they're tacky.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Garnet LD, which looks like a blue strawberry on a rod. Okay. It literally looks like it looks like a fruit sitting on the end of a rod. But that's cool. Good for her.
If I jump on this, will I get electrocuted? Probably. What's chat saying? Recheck this. Squall gets 20% HP damage up on his LD extension. Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's already really
good.
I know.
No, I know that he does. I was trying to see if using his EX, because the follow-up is tied to it now.
Okay.
Whether the EX itself gets 20% up from his overhead, 50% up from his BT effect. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Okay.
I think the lesson, though, is that Squall just caps on anything that he attacks with anything. So
yeah, he just kind of derps through content.
Or gets pretty close with it, especially with his BT effect.
Squall is ridiculous, and he's not like a turn hogger stealer person. He's fun to watch, unlike Lightning, I think.
God, I can't stand watching Lightning runs. Those are the worst to research. When you research a Lightning run, or you're trying to research, God, who was it? There was a character that I was like actively trying to dig into. It may have been Ramza, and I kept clicking on Lightning runs, and it's like, okay, as I jump through the video, every fucking turn is Lightning, and I'm like, bitch, slow down, let me look at what Ramza's doing, please.
Give him a splash and Garland will be back on top, pretty much. I'm still waiting for Seymour or Jack Burst. Jack Burst has been data mined, so he might be up next. Kate Sis seems like the best pull in the Vayne cycle, apart from Vayne himself. Yeah, I'm glad with the Shulk event, Vayne actually was able to help, because the last 2 fights have been so anti-Vayne it hurts. Although he is usable, it's just the stuff is working against him, which is obnoxious. Seymour sucks. Vanille nice.
Yeah,
Shulk is fun, kind of like King mixed with a Psycho from Bioshock. Need to play Bioshock. Vanille LD, yo. I need to respond to my text messages.
I'm hyped for Vanille.
Yeah, Vanille should be fun.
Mills will be
I
fine.
imagine they have to make her. They have to fix her EX debuff. That's like that can't be relevant for JP anymore, right?
Her EX debuff?
Yeah,
Why? Because it's a one hit?
it's one hit on an enemy, and yes, it dispels buffs, which is I guess
That's
situationally
probably
useful.
the best. It's probably gonna just stay the same as is.
Considering what Setzer's, it feels like she's gonna get some form of another trap or something that synergizes with that. Because otherwise, it's very useless in most fights.
Oh, that's how I switch weapons, right? I knew that. Speaking of Setzer, how do you think you'll feel about Setzer when he? I mean, obviously you like Setzer, but do you think that Setzer getting spammed everywhere might turn you off from using him? Have I asked you this before?
No, you haven't. And is he
Same with
used
Terra.
as? Yeah, I was gonna say, is he used as much as Terra? Because I'm already feeling that. Like my Terra is sitting. I speared her with Edgar, Hope, and Yuffie. It's probably the three best spheres of each of those letters.
Yeah.
And she's got perfect arts, and I've got her costume, and I love Terra, and yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna use her everywhere, and I don't care. Setzer I'll use even more than everyone else, because I've always been a big proponent of Setzer. So it's a little weird that they're meta. I'm used to my favorites being like sort of jank, or like you gotta push them a little forward. In hindsight, I'm a little bummed that they removed Sabin's, like the fact that his plus skills are always on. I appreciate that he's strong, but I really wish they didn't like neuter the strategy of his kit.
That's fair.
And just made it press buttons.
Yep.
Lol.
Regarding that same question, the reason that's the reason I held back on asking it, because I was like, wait, everyone's running Yuna everywhere, and I don't care. So I was like, yeah, oh fuck. And then Zac, I'm trying to. I committed to either running Zac or Yuna and everything at this point. It's my way of being entertained. And Yuna
I like
can just sit
seeing
there and
Yuna.
exist. Yes, Yuna.
Did you not want to pick up her costume, her second costume, or do you just never get costumes in JP?
I never get costumes in JP. I'll just mark best. I also just like her base outfit anyways. Ouch. I don't like the gunner unit at all.
The Gunner Unit costume is better than the base costume in my opinion, except that she's holding a staff. I really, really don't like the base costumes. Like her eyes and face look a little like
How dare you?
vapid.
How dare you?
Her eyes look much more engaged in the Gunner costume and much, much more engaged in the wedding costume.
Dare you? I miss using Setzer in global. Nothing's stopping you. I'm ready to use Setzer on the third boss rush where he's boosted. That'll be fun. Fuck Walker.
I tried using Shadow in Boss Rush 2, and I was like, oh my god, what the hell happened? I'm used to Shadow capping on everything.
Oh yeah, be like that.
He was dealing like 2k Brave damage per hit, and I was like, oh my god.
Parker's a bitch. What other final?
Yeah,
Cella's is next month. I know you're hyped for that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've
so
been
much fun.
waiting. Yeah, I've been waiting a very long time for Celis. Like, it's ridiculous. As soon as she got shown and her costume, it sort of killed. Like I had I'm trying to think back to when that was in GL that she got spoiled, but I definitely like got JP goggles at that point. It was like I just want to jump there. I don't really want to play GL at the moment, and then I don't know what came, whether it was probably Strago, and he was super fun and distracted me away from Celis, but
And the Strago got his LB ports.
Yeah, I need to figure out. Do you think I need to figure out how to get Celis through ice absorb content? I feel like it's
Don't.
possible.
I wouldn't recommend it. Generally, I try not to bring characters when they're absorbed on things.
If you nullify, so if you nullify the absorb, right, with the imperil, and then you use Hope's debuff
I
to
don't know how
imperil
that shit works
magic,
anymore.
I'm pretty sure she'll hit weakness, right?
I don't know.
I need someone to test that. I need someone to run Celis and Hope together, or
I don't.
Celis
I
and
think it
Hope
just does the whole the weird weakness resist thing.
Wait, I don't need anyone to test it. I can test it.
Yeah, you can test it.
I can test it with Gal in the current Lufenia.
Shotgun, come hither.
BC, how's Emperor? I assume it's just awkward with his debuffs, the
No.
number of debuffs, but otherwise,
Not awkward at all.
because I know he gets high turn rate, right?
Yes, which helps him a lot because he can chain HP pluses better. Inkwelder, it's strange for Final Fantasy VI being saying it's strange for Final Fantasy VI being meta. That's how I feel for FF11 and Agrius actually being relevant. Agrius is a monster. Can't wait to use Lion, Aphmau, and Aroha. Yeah, it should be fun. Lion 8 meta. No, she's not. She's fine. Yeah.
Did they fix her? Did they fix her EX?
I don't think so. They just gave her that Brave Plus that has. I don't know how Lion works, honestly. I really don't know how she works. I just didn't care. Aphmau and Arciela have been meta though. Yes. What character you guys hate seeing people use in JP? I've personally gotten sick of seeing Setzer everywhere. Loken put it best. I don't like using band-aids when I do content. And Setzer feels like a band-aid when the Brave reduction gets ridiculous. Vanille's getting LD hype. Stella's gang agreed. Shadow Interceptor. One hit Brave damage trap, Lufenia Orb. Speaking of Celas, how will Emperor be worth getting to? Yeah, first off, good for farming divine boards. I should have just played Xenoblade while I was touring this because I can't think. Maybe I'll just jump over to that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Emperor, yeah, great damage dealer. I personally didn't use. I don't know. I didn't try to use him without a burst, but I can imagine he'd stick around a bit more if you have his burst. But his damage just got upped. His skills are a lot better now.
Wait, did they fix his skills?
Did they fix his skills? I might be talking out of my ass. He feels a lot better with the high turn rate is what I'm trying to say. Just if you guys aren't aware, Emperor on his rework, he gets high turn rate on all of his skills. So you drop the trap, and then you could move up faster, and then chain and HP plus together. So he's a lot smoother to use, basically.
Alawen wants to know if you can change the chat name to Dead Eternal.
How about I can ban you? Weakness absorb. Alright, we're gonna get Xenoblade going because I'm clearly a shill for that game. Yeah, I did die a lot, didn't I? She becomes the first actual ice enchant, the most consistent one. Yeah, the first aura ice enchant imperil ish. What does Emperor's Burst even do? I have no earthly idea what that burst does. Ink, do you mind looking it up if you got some free?
I have the research document, so hold on one second.
Yeah. I don't know what his burst does.
We have all the collated information.
Okay, let's see. Video capture device. Is that it?
All right. So he gets 10 uses of skill 1. It becomes high turn rate. It gets more overflow. He gets 8 uses of skill 2. It also gets high turn rate. Gets more overflow to 100. Both of them get overflow 180. His LD gets 2 brave dumps with more overflow. And his his BT inflicts. Wow, that's really weird. That's the first I've ever seen a BT actually inflict a debuff.
Yeah,
but
him
it
and Ace
inflicts.
both do it, I think.
Yeah, so they get 1 turn of a debuff, and the debuff, I guess, when it expires, is an AoE attack that deals 100% damage, ignores defense, and Brave gains based on the damage and delays them. So that's really funky. His burst effect for 4 turns, that's really short. All party effects. Brave damage plus 30%, Brave damage plus 20% on debuff targets. So that's Brave damage 50%. Brave damage limit plus 20%. Brave gain 20% HP damage dealt to debuff targets. So that's Emperor Friend has got to be ridiculous.
Yes, it
for
is.
when you. Okay, yeah, Emperor Friend has to be nuts because you just BT and then.
MLD, yeah, pretty.
Yeah,
Funny.
you have 50% Brave damage up, and your Brave damage limit goes up to 12,000, and you're Brave gaining your damage for like a burst. That's for when you burst and stack. That's really good.
Yeah, he's a very strong damage dealer. I don't even know what his LD
Yeah,
do for him damage wise.
Emperor has total 18 skill uses.
He gets more
after
on work.
Yeah, so he goes up to 10 and 8. I'd have to look up really quickly what his base. I haven't used Emperor in a bit. So he has 9 and 6. Yeah, he has 9 and 6. So he gets 3 more skill uses.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, it's not like he didn't
Which
spam
is-
skills with it before, but plus his HP plus is really good.
So he has 21 skill uses. So that's
You can press buttons the whole fight. That's what I mean.
yeah, I think he can spam skills the whole fight if he wanted to. Because it's 4 turns for his first EX charge, and then after that he has 18 skills left, which is 9 loops of his EX at 3 turns is 27. I'm just saying numbers now, but it means something to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he can spam skills reliably in a 96 turn quest with no problem. So that's pretty ridiculous, and his HP plus is great. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I definitely got tired of the high turn rate. Should be great because you can like jump up and then HP plus to deal damage. That's cool.
Brave gain up for Emperor? That was probably misheard. I think you heard Brave damage up.
No, he refunds Brave to the party based on their damage. So it's like Cam.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, it's only 4 turns though. That's why I say it's really good for your own burst window, because you'll just get tons of Brave refund from every attack.
And he's got defense down on his traps too.
Yeah.
Which is also a solid debuff. Except that you do have the pain in the ass of having 3 or potentially 4 frame debuffs active if you have his burst, which can definitely limit your teams. First playthrough? No, this is my new game plus, sir. I spent too much time on this game. It's actually really bad. Yeah, Emperor is really solid. I personally didn't use him a lot. I don't know why. I just didn't feel like it, I guess. But I know a couple of my buddies did. They got a lot of good use out of him. He definitely gets exactly what he needs. And also his animations are still really cool. So it's a win in my book.
And his voice actor is premium.
Yes.
Who's your favorite voice actor in the game?
Cypher.
Oh, okay. I can see that. Mine's
He's
Colin Cecil.
Dio
No problem.
and JoJo.
Okay, understood.
So that is an
Sure.
automatic win.
Every effort into it. Okay.
Let's see, what are people saying? Double Emperor meta gang. Yeah, it still disappoints me to this day that didn't really take off in GL, just because RNA was a thing, and why run double Emperor when you can run double RNA, you know? Tragic. I love Xenoblade 2. Yeah, I do too, because Pyra reignited, Pyra, my desire to play the game again. It'd be like that. How did I get 59 tickets? It was probably the hunt, the golden hunt that we got with the new chapter.
But you'd have to claim that from the shop.
Oh, right. Never
I
mind.
feel like they'd know.
Was it Sayador's boards that you claimed and didn't realize? You probably weren't paying attention. Sayador's voice actor is super good. Oh yeah, he's the Netsu from Demon Slayer. Yeah, he's got a good voice actor too. I
don't know squat about voice actors.
Yeah, makes sense.
Like a negative amount. Telly commented how surprised he was that I was such a boomer, I guess, that I don't know anything that's going on the internet, and yet I play a game, produce content, and like have a life, and I have no idea what's going on the internet.
Like what was the? What was
it was related to the fact that I didn't know what Epeen was.
Oh wow. Yeah, what the hell?
He was like, who the hell are you? Like, I think he said something like, I couldn't find like, if someone told me to find someone that didn't know what that means, it would be really difficult.
Yeah. Wow. I don't even know. I plan on starting
I'm under a rock.
XC2 after Bravely Default 2. I have Bravely Default 2, and I would be playing that, except I started Xenoblade 2 again. And this game is so addicting, and I love the gameplay loops so much that I just can't stop playing it. It's really bad. And I could have done the Lufenia, because now I need to make sure I do Lufenia tomorrow. Otherwise, Garland's thing's gonna come out. Very behind the curve. Usually don't get that bad, but you know, it'd be like that sometimes. This game's cracked. Mark watches more anime than Ink. Oh, Mark is a massive weeb. Is Mino still in chat? He'll tell you.
So I watch anime, but I don't pay attention. I used to watch a lot of anime, and then mostly stopped. Like I watched Fushigi Yugi and Rama 1/2, and there's a whole army of them. Army of anime that I watch.
Has anyone in chat heard of this stuff before?
How do you not? Fushigi Yugi is like classic.
Has anyone in chat heard of this stuff before?
people for sure have heard of it. The only recent thing I've watched is Full Metal Alchemist, though.
That's recent? Okay. Rewind. Did you watch Full Metal Alchemist or did you watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?
Both of them twice.
Okay.
No, Brotherhood 3 or 4 times now.
Okay. Ooh. Crisis averted. Old school? Yeah, clearly.
I'm not sure it was called school back then, Mr. Clean.
Ugh. Gross. Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have time for it. I'm really good with normal television.
Yeah.
I used to watch a lot of that.
Yeah, I never watch anything now. I watch YouTube. Yeah, I listen to podcasts and audiobooks. Like I started the Mistborn. You've heard of it? Audiobooks. Fantasy series. One of my buddies put me on.
Oh, I've heard of Mistborn. I didn't realize that the audiobook was good, but that's cool.
I don't know if the audiobook's good yet because I finished it, but it's been a decent ride so far. Scratching the itch. Mino, if you're still in chat, I'm watching The Sixth Sense this weekend.
Let's go then.
Finally. Were you there?
Oh, nice.
Because I don't know anything. Like apparently there's cultural references in that movie that I don't know. And chat, if you spoil it, you're getting banned. I know there's apparently something very important that I probably know about that movie, but I don't realize I do, so now I'm gonna experience it blind. Should be a fun one. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Final Fantasy 15. You know, grow up, get a job, responsibilities. Screw the rules. Mixing anime for the hell of it. Don't mention mixing while inking in chat. You don't mix anything.
Speaking of, I want to look at how many downvotes the person has that when I commented and said don't mix gems and tickets, it lowers your overall number of weapons. They were like, I'm sorry, this doesn't make sense. I mix all the time. I need to find... Oh, today's my cake day on Reddit.
Oh shit, this is a boss. I'm dead. I'm already dead. See guys, I'm playing on New Game Plus. I under-leveled myself so I can level up faster and get more rewards. But it doesn't work if I get whacked by the bosses. No knockback. Oh no, Morag is dead. This is bad. This is really bad.
So I apparently have... I got the person that said that Theodore will be getting tickets and also some gems. That person has 5 upvotes.
Oh no.
I wrote, don't mix gems and tickets, huge waste of resources. Pick one, stick with it. If you want to maximize the total number of weapons you can acquire. I have 0 upvotes on that.
Oh no.
And but the person that responded to me and said this doesn't make sense. A resource is a resource no matter how you spend it. They have negative 19. So my explanation of why you don't mix gems and tickets, it actually comes from Taz, if you know Taz. I explained it to him and he was like, well, yeah, that makes sense, but I don't care. he on 4 banners, he allotted 200 tickets and up to pity on them. And he ended up spending 200 tickets on all of them. He never got their LD. This was like Reno, Rude, Sephiroth, and X-Death or something. He ended up going to pity on 2 of them and 55k on the other 2.
Ooh.
And I explained to him that if he just pitied the ones in the first place, like if you just pitied Reno and Rude, and then instead of using 200 tickets, which is generally not enough, and you used 400 tickets on them, you'd have an 80% better chance, or 80% chance to get the LD with 400 tickets. And then you probably would have saved 110,000 gems, and you would have used the exact same number of resources. It's fairly common sense not to throw gems. It drives me nuts. If people want to play shotgun because that's how they have fun and they like going down to 0, that's totally okay. Whatever, if that's your stuff, and I know plenty of people in JP have to do that, where they basically ride pretty low gem counts because they just throw at the banner, and if they get it, great, and if they don't, they don't care. But the fact that we have foresight, and we know who's coming, and you're throwing like, oh, I'm going to use 10,000 gems on this banner. That's such a waste. Yeah. Sorry, I get on my, like, I heard mixing, and automatically just got very defensive.
Go off, dude. This is all facts. People need to hear it. Preach the gospel. Do not mix.
At least my explanation of mixing has 15 upvotes. I normally don't look at this crap, because I don't have time for it, but since we're on stream. Yes, it is. Reddit upvotes.
Catching up on chat. Full Alchemist is dope.
Came a pretty long way, eh?
Oh
Never
yeah,
seen
I was
Sixth
gonna ask
Sense.
you,
Like how? I don't know. All right, you know, I
do you
grew
not
up.
know what happens in the movie? Like,
No, I
I'm not
know
gonna tell
nothing
you.
about the movie. I don't even want to talk about it. Okay, I'm gonna explain. Because growing up, my mom was not big on movies, so we just never watched movies. And so I've been slowly going through my backlog during my like adult years of going through stuff that I never experienced as a kid. And and I'm catching up, yo. I'm catching up. But there's some stuff like some of my friends tell me that I must have grown up in a lab or something. Because some of the stuff, like I ain't watched Avatar until like my junior year at college. Like it was a lot of stuff I missed out just because my mom ain't watched that stuff. And if my mom didn't want to watch it, I wasn't watching it. So, and
wait, but no, see that I don't mind, right? That's fine. How have you not been spoiled with what happens in the movie? Like it was everywhere.
I don't know.
Okay, cool.
I don't know. Came back to Xenoblade. Yes, Yoshi Pasta, you have a great avatar.
Good morning.
I mix resources just because I'm stupid lucky. Okay. Anyways.
Lucky people don't need to mix resources.
Yeah. After Paladin Cecil, I'm saving gems for Bart's. Wow, that's a lot. That's a long time of saving. That's a long, like, Christ. That's like 3 months, ain't it? 3 months from Paladin Cecil.
I think it's longer.
Yeah, I don't. Good luck with that.
Hey, hold on. I have a JP related question for you.
Okay.
For people that already have Kuja BT and they pull for Paladin Cecil, is it worth saving? I think I already know the answer. Is it worth saving Paladin Cecil for future Transcendence levels
This was a
and
softball.
not using Kuja?
This was a softball question. Of course you know. Hell to the fuck no. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you do that to yourself? Where would you use them? We know at least 5 stages where Paladin Cecil has been untouched except for getting high armor plus. Where would you use them? The HP regen orb that you can satisfy with a Porum RF spear? No. Use Cecil now. It's not like Entropy where like this character's strong, where they could like put in work. No, it's Lufenia. You bring him for the orbs. Do not save your Cecils, please. That'd be painful. Dear God.
Also, Transcendence 2 absorbs Holy, so you're not using them there.
Yep. Just don't do it. Just don't do it.
Yeah, Transcendence doesn't feel. So the only character that some people, I didn't actually validate it, but said that it would be worth saving is Gladio for Transcendence 5.
5?
Yeah.
I think you mean 4, maybe, or 3. Why 5? Wait.
Isn't that the latest one?
Wait. Yes, it is. I forgot about it. Okay, never mind. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's just a maybe.
I don't know the conditions, but
It's
people said that they used him to trivialize.
Is it trap on the left or is it counter on the left? I don't know. It might be trap on. I think it's a trap on the left. What was the right one? The right was the Bart's one. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that. That's a little sketchy to me.
Yeah, and if you, Mr. Clean, if you redo a Transcendence stage, you basically you can redo any one that you want, but if you redo the left, the middle gets reset, right?
I don't know. I haven't tried it. I'm not gonna. Somebody can figure it out.
It is a lot, right? Like that's a lot of time commitment to unlock a stage, and then you have to do potentially up to 3 battles.
Yeah, I don't want to. Somebody can do that. I'm not trying to test it. Get some more at the quarry and Raya. Let's do that.
Yeah, I think that VL. I think most people are going to use Paladin Cecil, but
yeah, you're kind of if you have Paladin Cecil and you don't use them on the left, you're kind of. I don't know why.
Yeah. The question is how much pain they're going to induce on us by dropping BT pluses. Like when Paladin Cecil BT plus comes, are they going to add another Holy Orb on the Transcendence stage? That would be sort of toxic if they did that. Yeah, but you could at least better support Kuja or Ash. Ash enchants Holy, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Watching a mess play full video pains me because of the mixing. Yike. Mixing is banned from the Hi Blind Eye. You're a great guy. Inkle's in a rage mode. The whispers of mixing. Yes, he does. I'm stacked for the next. Oh yes. After Paladin Cecil wraps up, we'll go for Celes, Aerith, Aranea, Trey, Waka, Terra, Garland, Yang, Kadaj, Sparts, Tifa, Ash, Lael, Tidus. Sounds like just normal pull schedule. I'm stacked from this one once. The Last Airbender or the James Cameron movie? The Last Airbender. I took a hilarious amount of time to get around to that.
I just watched Last Airbender like less than a year ago.
Okay, well, you're older than me, so you got an excuse. That was a show for my generation growing up, so really there was no excuse for me. If you redo Trent, you answered that. The thought of having to repeat, yeah, I especially don't want to redo one. One sucks. One sucks a lot. I'm not redoing that ever. Trap on the left, right is sit win weakness, but the boss is immune to an element of peril. Yeah, genius devs. What am I doing for this affinity? I need to look this up. I don't know what I'm doing.
Wait, is Sabin good for that?
No. Because you need to hit wind weakness, not wind. You don't need to hit wind damage.
You need Bart's? Or
yeah,
Bond?
you need Bart's Call. Or you can just blow it up.
Fujin.
It's a weird... No, Fujin doesn't work either. Because Fujin... you need an aura. It's such a weird aura, but anyone can do it. Because Bart's regular call is free. It's just weird. Try starting her side quests. How do I do this? Outside of powerful auras, he has no purpose after. Who? Paladin Cecil? Yeah, thank you. Like if you people need to look at the. I say this all the time. Look at the fights and not the units. If you're saving him, at least know at least have a plan for what to save him for, because there's really nowhere else he should go. I mean, they sold the hell out of him. They sold him so hard on Transcendence 1. There are 2 orbs that cater to him. The left one being holy damage, and the final wave being stay above 100% HP. If you don't use them there, I don't really where else we use them. Gems for either the full meta people or favorites. I haven't played all the Final Fantasies, so if they have a great design along as a great kit, might as well gem. Yeah, it's reasonable. Is there an inn in this town? Fujin
I hope that
good.
I hope that a lot of people. I'm tempted to change our Lufenia research to better highlight 8. The fact that there's only one person that used 8 in JP and recorded it for a Transcendence. Literally can't be hit. They ran him in the left, then reset, ran him in the right, and then ran him in the last stage, I think. So the same person just wanted to prove that 8 worked in every stage, and he did. He's freaking amazing.
So I always say YouTube is not representative of the player base. It is representative
He
of the people
trivializes
who decided to record.
Yeah, like you don't need instant break. He completely bypasses the need for instant break. You totally don't need Gabranth at all if you just have 8, which is crazy.
Yep. Someone going under the radar. It happens. People, so the thing about Transcendence videos especially is that people did it on release, and they did it with the path of least resistance. And because the stage is so obnoxious that,
but you're the boss.
Isn't this what I was supposed to be doing?
Nice cut.
People do this path of least resistance, and then they don't want to do it again. Maybe Vaughn can work? Maybe. Yeah, that's a good point. I said
Vaughn he has innate imperil on his.
Yeah, so yeah, you're right. He might work.
And no, Alwyn, I know SF Paul is a huge fan of 8 and will for sure run 8 there. I don't doubt it. But no, it was just a JP player.
Do
you know what Conception 2 is, and why won't you play it, BC?
Stop. Hi, how are you?
I don't know what it is.
How are you? Fujin doesn't work. I just pulled her LD. Yeah, rip. Pestle works best on the final. Yes, Pestle. He's built for Transcendence 1. Use him there, please. This shouldn't even be up for debate. What game are you playing? Xenoblade Chronicles 2 with Pyra and Mithra, who just got added Smash, his third game, and this is my second playthrough. It's funny that I refuse to play Conception 2, but we'll play this. Stop. Transcendence is painful. Transcendence 1 is painful. Transcendence 2 is decent. It's okay. It's a nice challenge. Slight pain in the ass. Transcendence 3 was a joke. And then 4 was awful.
It's not awful. You just use Setzer.
Right, just use Setzer. Just use Setzer. Solves all the problems.
He still only has 3
I
freezes.
hope things went well.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's really weird that they did that, but I mean, it is one of the most powerful debuffs.
Indeed, and now he has. They didn't frame it, unfortunately, but he does. I think it lasts an extra. It lasts in a return after his rework,
This is
right?
my true strength.
Yeah, 3 turns.
Yep, that's already a huge buff.
This I couldn't have done
2
without your
charts
help.
complete. Let's go.
Nice. Well done, you.
Rerunning runs are cool, but when the stage is a pain, it turns you off of doing it again. Agreed. I want to try Dark Knight Tesla and other Lufenias, but Medusa's aids and Centipede would be annoying without cleanse. Yeah. Sometimes you just want to get your win in and then roll out. No shame in that. I do it all the time. Usually that's why I like to... I do a lot of runs where I'm not recording. Just, there's a lot to deal with when you record, so I'd rather... A lot of runs I just screw around and don't run to completion. Or I'll take a screenshot and share it around sometimes.
You're sending me off?
YouTube is not I need to make like a definitive video on this, but YouTube, it's just statistics really. YouTube is not representative of the player base at all. And laying it out makes it obvious, but it's easy to fall into that trap at the same time. Vanille LD, I'm excited for Fang LD one day. Me too. I am ready for justice for Fang because she deserves it. She's a great character. Just not the devs didn't want her to prosper.
I love her skill 2. Her skill 2 voice line, I think when you translate it, is like eat shit and die.
Really?
It's like go to hell and die. It's great.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's really funny.
Yeah.
It fits her character.
Yeah.
Won't let you down. Reporting.
And GX, the Xenoblade Chronicles 2, is that what you said? I
Yeah.
never played it.
Onion Knight LD for 6 freezes. Yeah, Onion Knight LD has so much like abuse potential. It's pretty funny. That's how Onion Knight is how I got through Transcendence too, because I didn't have Growlithe Burst and I wasn't trying to, and I just burned my tokens on Onion Knight. So it ended up working out pretty well. What's that?
Is Terra not good for Transcendence 2?
She is. She's fantastic for it actually, but I didn't have her.
Okay.
I didn't have her or Garland's Burst. Onion Knight was the only burst that would have realistically worked, and it ended up working really well with Garland because I just kept feeding Garland free skills, and he could delay better because it's so annoying. the first orb is hit elemental weakness, but it's certain elements. I think it's fire, water, thunder, and something, and dark for some reason, which Ignis took care of. And then the second wave is a single target delay orb, which Garland's obviously really good for, and it's a delay orb plus a DPS race. And I just kept chaining Ignis high. Ignis is really good with his LD now. It's just a shame he didn't get the battery armor, but he gets a personal Brave gain up, I think it is, and his I think it's granted buff extension too. So you actually don't mind him taking turns anymore because he's actually doing meaningful damage. I really like Ignis's LD.
Huh. Okay.
And he's got Brave and HP damage up too because he enchants. So I just I didn't even bother using Onion Knight's enchant. I just went full slam the boss on the single target for the delay wave, and then the final wave was have you heard of it, the anti heals, or if you it was a zombie effect, so if you healed,
Oh yeah.
it killed you. That was an interesting fight. I like the concept.
Yeah, it's
Fun
cool.
stuff like that I really appreciate. The only Lufenia I've beat since the first month was Boss Rush 1 and went mental and used Zonde. Hey man, go at your own pace. Don't feel like you gotta rush in-game content. It's hard stuff.
Yeah, there was someone complaining in main court about Lufenia. They were asking in spoilers, and I generally don't hang in spoilers anymore, but because just a lot of GL people that ask weird questions, a lot of times. But someone was asking like, "How's Lufenia plus?" And I was the only one in chat active, and I was like, "Well, I don't play JP, but it seems like it's comparable to like Cosmos to Chaos. It's pretty toxic. It's pretty difficult." And they're like, "Oh, well, I can't even beat Lufenia. Like, fuck this difficulty. This is impossible." And it's like, okay, what characters do you have? And he had like just I think like Caius LD or something. And it's like, well, there's a reason why you can't beat any of the Lufenias when you just have one character. Yeah, people.
If it's not working, don't force it.
Blow up.
Play the game at your own pace.
Yeah. BC, they want to know when your next tier list video is coming.
When I feel like it. I was trying to get it out for Paladin Cecil, but I just wasn't feeling it, so I just didn't do it. It'll happen when it happens.
That's fair. Things get very
I've been
very busy.
getting bodied by work, and I've just been tired and trying to do more gym and less gaming, so and stretching and stuff like that. So that takes a priority. Not going anywhere, but doing what I feel like doing is how I keep my channel around. So
you reminded me that I have to take medicine.
Let's do that.
Yeah, so I have a nasty infection, sinus issue right now, which is causing me to have trouble breathing. So I can't work out, I can't run, which is driving me freaking nuts.
Yeah, I can
absolutely
imagine.
nuts.
Every time I go back to exercising, I was like, why did I stop? Because like I go to the gym like 6 a.m. in the morning when nobody's there, and it's so much fun. Squat racks open, all that good stuff. I'm like, why did I stop? It's always just stuff like that.
And you feel better about yourself afterward too.
Absolutely. Better energy. I'm more inclined to eat better because I want to stay in shape. All that good stuff. It's just a good cycle of health.
Yes. You say that as I just had wings, tater tots, and ice cream.
Man, it be like that sometimes, you know? Sometimes you just gotta eat.
No, it's fine. I knowingly did it. So I was gonna ask you about JP. So they stopped doing the special stupid banners with like Sarah and Aerith and Ignis and Galuf, right?
No. Well,
they still do those boosted campaign banners.
I'll apply myself fully.
Wasn't she on a normal banner?
She was. What are you defining as a stupid banner?
1 LD, 1 BT, and the LD is boosted. And
okay,
no one
well,
else.
Afmal had nothing tied to
banners.
her. But she was synergy on both Guy's Lost Chapter and Reigns' event.
Oh, but I mean, she had a normal banner, right? Like, she didn't have the entire 140...
Yeah, they stopped doing that once they brought 2 LDs on banners. They stopped doing that.
Okay. Is there a chance they never do it again?
I don't know. Well, now I don't think they'll do it again, just because there's a better pool of characters now. Because it didn't. Because would you rather have? Because it doesn't. The reason they didn't really do it, I guess, was just because they don't want 2 EX characters that are going to be synergy on the in between. You know, like what was the other option?
Sure. Okay, that's fair, I guess. It's so weird.
It is weird, but now that they have double LD banners on everything, they can justify it by just making those 2 character synergy. So
what are the odds that they'd combine the Sarah and Aerith banners into a double LD banner?
Wouldn't that be something? I'd love it.
Then everyone would pull Sarah.
It's gonna be interesting when we get to that point.
I'm going to be telling people that Sarah's debuffs are good and just the team build.
Nice.
Aerith and Ignis banners have weird rates on release, right? It's more that they're just stacked with every other weapon in the game, which is good and bad. I mean, well, Aerith, there's a higher weight towards Aerith's weapons. But I don't mind those banners because you can get other stuff on it. I just don't mind. Why can't I find this stupid quest?
The downside is that like some players want to finish out a character, and you can't really finish off a single character because you're getting random weapons for off banners. Like people right now are able to pull Sayador and build Alphino, which is cool.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That's a good banner for Mino and his psychotic ass because he wants to complete all the EX collections. So probably he'll definitely be pulling out Sarah just for that.
EX or LD?
LD.
Oh, okay.
What's chat saying? I'm going for Ignis LD. Ignis is good. And tier list, I answered that. Who do you think has the strongest cast? Like, in terms of, like, series? In which version? Overall, tactics? What are we going by percentage or quality or quantity? What's the metric? No gold frame for Fang. The next BT is Chibi Twins. Hopefully it is. Paladins. Shut up, for JP, it's both. Zach as well. Zach was an in-between banner too. That's right.
I don't mind in between banner. I meant more like the weird 1LD banner that has a rate up with like the entire cast of off banners.
Yeah, I feel that. But like
Those
I said,
are just
there wasn't
weird.
really any other compromise they could do. Unless they had featured characters but only had the one character be synergy, which would also be kind of strange. And I think I prefer the other way around because a lot of the veterans just have a lot of EXs at that point. A lot of them don't rerun often. So I appreciate another chance at getting something else.
Yeah, so you could finish off Ace's kit after he didn't rerun for 2.5 years.
Yep, exactly. It might help you. Sarah needs some love. She still has value. Yes, she does have. She has debuffs and she has buffs, so she can make the team hit hard. Sarah's good. You doing the...
I still believe that her LD was designed by somebody that didn't know what her kit did.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Or maybe she was going to be a Geo first LD, and then they said, oh, never mind. Are you doing the rumored Burst Plus is going during Divine Shiva Ject? Of course. I might token Ject if I don't get him. Are you kidding me? When Otherworld plays, that's like the best song ever. Go ahead.
Wouldn't it be cool if Jack's LD was that he grew to his, like, the boss size and took up all 3 party slots and basically protected your party and Otherworld started playing? How hype would that be?
Just Otherworld being in the game as a burst theme is already a win. Anything on top of that is just icing on the cake. Icing on the cake. Yeah, that's I'm hyped for Garland's Burst Plus too.
Yeah, that's cool that they did that. The fact that you can get his burst, like use his burst effect, and then
that's something to talk about. Do you have any interest in the Start Dash banner? Burst
me?
you don't have.
I mean, I don't have lightning, and I'm not chasing it.
Okay. But you have Squall and Cloud?
I have, yeah, I luck Squall on tickets.
Right,
and
I remember.
Cloud I pulled. I think I pulled 2 BTs on the way to Pity. I've pitied most of the LDs that I gem pulled.
I see.
But
I've been running a circles for a minute.
so I think Start Dash is excellent alongside, like, for someone that's new, they should definitely pull that banner, but they should only have the expectation of getting one of the characters. Don't expect that all 3 BTs are going to drop for you in 75k or whatever you're hoping. It's just not going to happen. Well, for like 0.1%, it will happen, and you'll post on Reddit or Discord, and everyone will hate you. But
I hope I'll live up
Because
to
I
your
didn't
I don't-
character shows name of my party. It took me like 30 minutes to figure out. That's embarrassing. Sorry, go ahead.
no, I don't know. Whatever you're talking about. It's cool.
I plan to pull on the Start Dash because I don't have Lightning or Squall's Burst. My now knowing that Burst Plus is a thing, it's changed my pull plans because I know that these older bursts are gonna rerun on separate banners, and I'm not gonna chase them there. So I think I'd get the most bang for my buck because I don't have Lightning's Burst and I don't have Squall's Burst. So if I had 2 out of the 3, then I would be like, eh. But now that I don't, I only have Clouds on that banner. I'm ready to sink that 125k for Squall potentially.
Now,
And see
if
I can
you
get dupes
only
along the way.
so instead of if you had Squall and you did not have Cloud or Lightning, would you still go for it?
Yep, just for the fact that I could potentially get 2 new ones.
Okay.
So the fact that if you have 0 to 3, and it's also the fact that I have nearly 700k gems, that is also cutting into that. But the chance to potentially get dupes or get bursts that I don't have, I think it checks out.
morning.
Hope you
Also,
all
Squall's
slept
really good,
okay.
and I like him.
Good morning.
So while I would
Yeah, I
not
can't
recommend
wait.
this to anyone like who is scrapping by for resources, for people who have a lot of resources, I think I'd reconsider if you what's the other banners? It's the Noctis, Toto, and Terra. Oh, I'm already out of that one because I have Noctis and Shintoto, and I have Kefka and Arden too, so I wouldn't go for Bonds. But I think if you have a lot of gems, those banners might be a bit more valuable now, just by merit of Burst Plus becoming a thing. Still trying to iron that idea out, but it sounds good enough.
I mean, it feels reasonable that if you're going to spend resources, spending it on a banner that has 2 BTs is pretty solid.
Yeah. Jack LD should be a mix of Triumph from Grass and Fake Out. Yeah, oh, if he does Fake Out, I'm gonna cry. That is definitely something I'm gonna be watching on stream and reacting with you guys. They let the intern design Sarah LD, knowing people will pull no matter what. Yeah, and they went and gave her a costume too. What a dick. I think 13 is the strongest.
An intern designed it.
Oh, is there a different theory here?
Yeah, a bum on the street.
Yikes.
Well, are there bums on the street? I don't know if there are bums on the street in Japan. Japan's really, really clean. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. The fact that it inflicts the EX debuff means they've never played Sarah before.
Hey man, you can get all the saps up from the beginning. This is helpful. That would be his bursts. Ace's career only took 3 years. Yeah, Ace is a monster now, so they let him cook in the oven, and then he came out pretty well. 13 is the strongest cast as far as characters and versatility. 6 might be the winner there, but they also have the most. That's kind of a hard metric.
For JP, I feel like 6 is
Yeah,
pulled
six
pretty
does
far
a
ahead.
lot of stuff.
6 is hurting right now, though.
6?
Yeah,
It's
like
hurting?
in terms of in GL.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, in GL. In
Gotcha,
JP,
gotcha.
it's a powerhouse.
Yeah. How big is Squall's window? Forever. Stimpy got he ran Squall in pretty much every Lufenia to date. Squall has one of the least restrictive kits ever. It's
actually ridiculous. You can pretty much throw him anywhere. I don't think there were a melee count. Well, there was a melee counter fight that was like Transcendence 4, right?
And there was Terra's Lufenia, right?
I don't. Did it? No, it didn't counter melee because boss was energy. It countered range. I think it was. It was either range. No. The problem was it countered elements, and it was also range resist. So you couldn't enchant a ranged character to use them there.
Gotcha.
Squall is disgusting. He has the least setup cost ever. you just press buttons and that's it.
Well, so during the analysis that we were prepping for Squall, I did the whole start dash banner ahead of time in case they drop it on us by surprise. But it seemed like the people that I was chatting with were like, well, Squall, unlike Cloud and Lightning, which you can sort of put them on any team and they'll do their job, Squall, you need like Brave damage up or HP damage up, or you need some form of support for him, like Enchant and Peril. You need something.
Yeah.
Because otherwise he won't cap as hard. So he has that setup cost, right?
Yeah.
I wonder what kind of
Who doesn't do that regardless? It's kind of a given for fights for the most part. You're bringing some sort of buff to hit harder. They were drinking the night they outlined Vane's rework. Vane's rework is funny. It's impossible for him to run out of skills now. It's so funny. Remember they told the player base to make sure Shira has perfect artifacts for maximum efficiency? Yeah, they sure did say that. They snorted 8.5 billion grams of cocaine when they made his LD and rework. Yep. Vane always gets the goods for some reason. When we talk about the Final Fantasy X cast and JP, it's strong, but right now, hey, they have a future, and that's all that really matters. Yuna does not suck anymore. I can't. My tagline, my first video, is titled "Yuna sucks." That's why I started my channel, just to make fun of Yuna. and she finally came around. And Auron is rumored, has hints of getting an LD soon. We'll see if that pans out. He's the only burst I need on the start dash. Hope we don't have to pay him to get it. Yeah, good luck. 10 won the last huge Final Fantasy poll. When they got those results, they probably decided to drop their bursts really close together. Yeah, they probably made bank. Tidus and Yuna back to back. Huge dick move, but they probably printed money. Okay, I don't care about this story.
No, it's smart of them. I feel like they are trying to. So, do you think that Vincent BT is coming to JP soon because they dropped Shulk?
I don't know.
Or do you think it's just Shulk?
It might just be Shulk.
That feels weird.
I don't know. I don't expect anything anymore. I think the devs are creatively bankrupt mostly. Amen to you.
I mean, I think they're creatively, like, exhausted on boss fights. Like, I think they're probably
something's
probably
going wrong
struggling
there.
a bit.
Change in management. Is that Pyra from Smash? Yes. This is Pyra from Smash was added to this game. Argentum Trade Guild. We only acknowledge. I'm not even playing as Rex and Mithra and Pyra right now, because I like playing with Zeke better. Thoughts on Garnet LD? I have not read anything. Probably gonna be good because Garnet's got a good base kit. Oh, I meant burst. Yeah, I figured you meant burst.
She should get a rework, right?
She's not getting a rework.
Garnet?
Nope.
I endeavor to serve you.
Okay.
The details have been translated, I think. I didn't look at them. But it's probably something good. Probably being the operative word there. You skipped my last legit question. Sorry. Let's go back. How do G tokens work on these banners? Oh, I didn't see that question at all. Just like they do on every banner. 500 G tokens, you can get a burst.
I feel like they care more about the hunts than anything else. I don't know why. I could talk forever about the lack of feature parity between the versions. It's really annoying, especially as a dev. It's annoying to look at them do this and be like, why can't you get it together?
You mean that there's like so many differences between the two versions?
Yeah, it's just weird. Especially if they were planning to catch up at some point and they just said screw the code base. It's questionable decisions. Where am I going? So I can get any. Oh wait, are you talking about the Aerith banners, or are you talking about the start dash?
The G tokens on the Aerith banners, I think.
Oh.
I assume it's just
No.
300 for.
No, it's just Aerith on the pity. If you go back and find my Aerith LD pull video, I pitied it, so you can see the G token screen there.
Nice
But it's
promotion.
just Aerith's weapons and the bursts on that banner. Where is this? The jeweler? Where is this guy? One, to add Lars to the same month as Vayne, and they screwed it all up. I think that's on you for getting your hopes up, fam. I never get my hopes up. Just expect disappointment. Okay, yeah, specifies the delay. What game are we playing? We are playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2 because I was playing Doom, but I couldn't talk and play that game at the same time. So it's harder than it looks.
It's pretty hard to talk and play anything at the same time, honestly.
Yeah.
That's why my run of the Sandor Lufenia is like 35 minutes long.
Yeah. I guess
I was trying to talk.
I've been doing it for so long. I guess I kind of got used to it, or at least. But the city is turn-based, anyways, so I can just kind of think out loud. But for like action games like Doom, holy crap, is that difficult? Plus all the stuff you gotta manage. Like this is a JRPG, so it's easier to manage. But man, oh, not a. This is a good stream game though, because I can just run around and do side quests and be productive in game and talk at the same time. How do you think Global's going to react to paid LD banners in Token Shop? Pay for it? All you idiots bought the Cactuar gun. It's gonna make money. If anyone's, I don't know who's actually watching me play, but I have been running in circles for at least 10 minutes. I am so directionally challenged, it's so bad. I kind of wish they'd make the hunts harder and less weekly, because if you do the event in one day, you wait for content for 3 to 5 days. I disagree. I like waiting. I like putting.
I mean, it would be nice if you had an option to re-roll your boss though, because I've gotten Sync's Castle like 4 times in a row now. I'm really tired of Leo, Kuja, and Charlotta-ing that castle.
Oh.
Like it's the same. I have the same team for single target cheese. Sometimes I swap Kuja for Kais.
Is Kurasame, Dark Cecil, and Kuja.
Yeah, Dark
That
Cecil's
base
fun.
damage.
Yeah. I should use Kurasame too. I just have his base LD, but that should be fine.
Enough for the debuff. It's hard to stream and play. That's the only reason, and the only reason Mino dies in the city when he streams. Yeah, true. Hunts are fine. Let me lab out some team comps I like to try out. Yeah, that's fair. That's where I draw the line. I won't buy weapon skins. Agreed. I am not a fan at all.
I can't. That was my dog. Sorry. I can't think of a single weapon skin that I would buy.
Me neither. They all look so goofy. What am I supposed to do with this quest? Oh no. Yeah, there hasn't been like a good weapon skin so far. They all just look weird. Like,
Yeah,
what,
they've
the
made them
snowboard
look
for Zac?
like
Ew.
cute or funny.
It's not. It's neither. It's just neither.
Yeah, I don't know. It's part of the weird thing. If it makes them money and it costs them very little, and I'm sure it does to design the model of the weapon skin, then good for them. I'm
Yeah,
fine with
yeah.
it. Whatever.
Good on them.
I'm waiting for them to do weapon skins though for like special characters.
That would be something.
Like if Renoa got a special weapon skin, that would be super cool. People would go for that because it's exclusive to the character.
Well, it would be definitely less value because then only that, and we know because of the weapon glitches that happen sometimes where characters have stuff equipped, it could work. Like they could spread these weapons or these skins out. They just don't. Did Ink just call? Wow, that's rude.
Did I just call what?
Nothing.
Oh God, no! I have a puppy, please. If that's where you are, I can't see chat right now because I'm taking care of him. But
I blew up the Saint Golem with Cloud, Kais, Dark Knight, Cecil. Yeah, that's real. They give us all these glorious and actual weapons, and then bam, a silly weapon. Yep. Should Machina be seeing a burst plus? I don't like talking about burst viability because everyone's just guessing. No one knows. It's guessing and confirmation bias. And it's the fact that there's no real logic and the devs can just do whatever they want. There's no real prediction behind it. Whoever gets a burst will get a burst. And I'd rather not waste any brain power on it. Give Tidus a blitzball? Yes. Waka. What's next? Halloween, Christmas, or Easter costumes? What's the next, maybe there's probably going to be more global first, weapon skins. Those will
oh
probably
yeah,
do
I think
well.
there'll be more of those. There aren't that many global first LDs they can do though, right? Left?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
It feels tricky, especially if they're not going to rework them.
Yeah.
That's weird.
This side quest is so convoluted. Oh my god. I don't know who else they could give it to at this point. Yeah, I also don't know who else I would care about. Maybe Laguna would be cool.
Yeah, I mean they really should push Laguna and Thancred. They were both so late in the cycle.
Yeah, that's so weird. Some characters just get like Lulu. Lulu is going update list for a while too. Feels bad.
Well, they can't add her because it would invalidate Ignis.
Well, not quite, because Lulu is more offensive. Ignis still can't brave shave to save his life. And Lulu has a bunch of brave hits on anything, so she could be the offensive brave, and the offensive fire enchanter would be perfectly fine.
Okay.
That's what, and then but also she doesn't have the heals and other support garbage like Ignis does. So I think that's enough of a justification to split them apart. They can do Sid. He might be the last. Shut up. Easter Fran, I'll buy it. Yes, all you weebs would. Iridia maybe. Iridia would be hype. Santa Buchanok. Lulu doesn't
so
heal or
hype.
grant debuff immunity. Yep, pretty much.
Let's see.
Pretty much. Lulu does have a few things going for her. At least.
She has Brave Regen for the party.
That Brave Regen is like 500 before reductions. Just a kick in
Yeah,
the balls.
it's pretty bad. She'll need something.
means a lot of things. And
But it feels like they're giving. So would you classify that most of the kits that they're dropping in JP now are either straight pushed, like very far, like Sid and Setzer, Agrius to some extent, right? Like them. Then there's like sort of average ones that are like, we didn't try that hard on this, but you know, we looked at it at least, and that's like sort of the characters that came and went. I don't know, like a Roja or something, where it's like they're perfectly fine, but they're just not pushed at all. And then there's just up and bad that they didn't think at it at all. Do these 3 levels? Yeah, like Barrett, right? Like what were they thinking?
I don't know what the hell that LB was.
Yeah.
It didn't warn at all. I mean, it does seem change up, I don't know. I mean, I'll use them on the. I mean, I tried using him on the Arcilla while chapter. I mean, not Arcilla, Armor. I got frustrated. He needed the crit, and he does have guaranteed party crit and range damage. So he was good for the orb, but obnoxious fight. I don't know. Lulu's gonna have fire Imperial that ignores Imperial immunity, probably at this point. Why not? We also
She needs quite a lot, I think.
Lulu, I think, is the only C60 era character who hasn't been reworked. That might Fran too. It's Fran and Lulu are the ones that are from that era that haven't been reworked yet. And Lilith is the only Crystal 50 era character who hasn't been reworked.
They just don't know what to do with Lilith. That's
yeah,
all.
I think that's the problem. She needs like a lot more damage. It is very hard to just fire. And she used to be so good too.
Yeah, she was great in 50s era, and she was great.
It's great in
early
60s,
60s
great
era.
early 70s, and now she's rotting.
Yeah.
Hate to see it.
I mean, they know about her, right? They added her as synergy for
Yeah, they know
one
she's
thing.
in
I
the
think.
game. That's the first step. Do you see another global first LD anytime soon? No.
Oh, I totally think there's going to be one for like May. For like May Fair. They always do a special thing for May. They give special banners. I could see a global first one.
Let's see. Sauce, no Alpha, no would be cool. You mean the banner filler characters? Not like every other banner. Like Lulu, Porum escaped rerun hell by getting an LB. And she had a broken one. But she was always paired with Lulu. But now Lulu is just her buddy who didn't make out of a rerun hell, sadly. Ready is strong enough to be good with an LD and GL. I agree.
Yeah, she definitely would be totally fine to get an LD.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Buffer auras, and there was some of that good stuff, and you're pretty much good to go with Ray. Maybe give her a follow up, some extra bat team to meet extra team battery. Ugh.
It would be really nice if they actually took the time to boost Rydia before Garnet in JP. I mean in GL, because when Rydia finally gets her LD, people are just going to say, "Oh, so she's just a worse Garnet LD," because you know it's going to come. She doesn't heal.
Guaranteed. Oh yes.
Yeah.
This is my troop.
I could finally get the skill.
As it should be.
I have achieved true power. Well, what Rydia has always had over Garnet is the fact that she does way more brave damage.
Significantly more damage, yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's just that Garnet was super loaded.
Yeah. She has some of the most loaded 2-3 and 3-3 EX plus effects in the game.
Rydia,
She's up there with Y'Stalwa.
Yeah, agreed. What if the next global first LD is another outdated unit for people to complain about? Well, I'll be front
That
and
would
center.
be Fang.
I'll be front and center. Well, I'll give an honest analysis. I'll attempt an analysis because I kind of whiff with Vincent now.
I still don't think you whiffed. with
No,
Vincent.
I definitely whiffed because I had here's what I'm planning to say at the moment, because while I didn't, no one said anything otherwise, which is why I don't give many people claiming they had the right idea, because all I heard was platitudes and not, oh, Vincent will work on Imperial immune content because you can stack other debuffs with his modifier and allow him to cap regardless. I didn't hear that. If I'd heard that retroactively, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's a good point. Never mind. So I'm not conceding fully there, although Vincent was a fantastic pick for Medusas. Although, and we saw a lot of varied teams with him, so that's the sign that he was a good pick there. Arciela, not sold there, just because he was a mess without Vincent. I mean, without Balthier. Medusa's sketchy as well. Having to ignore half of someone's kit to make them work in a fight.
You mean you don't mean Medusas, you mean centipedes, right?
Centipedes, whatever the fuck that is. Yeah, I'm not sold there either. The Eyebreed, although I wish I had taken a more critical look at the fight, because I did. It was a mistake to just discount him completely because of one of his skills was locked out. It was a mistake to do that.
No, I'm telling you for sure. We started the stream with it, right? But I'm literally watching my own run with Cyan, and I'm running other people that ran Vincent in the Centipede fight. And Vincent has 20% HP damage up, and he is dealing a little around 20% or less more damage than my Cyan, who had RCL and Onion Knight support.
No, I whiffed because I just said he was not able to be used.
Right.
Completely.
You said he wasn't viable. He wasn't gonna work. Sure.
I said he was dead there, so that's on me.
Yeah. Saying he's dead, that's fair. That you're off on that, but I don't think that he's good for the fight. I think people are forcing him through. Like I forced Sabin through Charlotta Lost Chapter.
Yeah, agreed. There, more so on Arciela's fight. That one, Balthier Balthier carried everyone in that fight. You take Balthier away from that fight, it's in a completely different
Gao.
fight.
If people put Vanille Sphere on
Shut
Gao, Gao carries hard for that fight. It is great.
Blind Eye, you said I don't think you whiffed. Like Ink said, I did give an honest analysis. I put my opinion out there, and I am proud that I did it. I did the same thing I did with Vivian Balthier. I looked at future content. I judged it based on what I thought, and I told people if you have a counter argument, show it. And there have been people doing Vincent consistently, and I plan to shout them all out, like I said I would. With some caveats, obviously, like I said, I still don't think Vincent was a good choice for these fights outside of Medusa's. He worked very well there, because he doesn't, as we learned, he doesn't care about Imperial immunity, and he is. I'm gonna give myself a half point there because no one knew that the only element-based character with a debuff modifier would do fine when he couldn't hit his weakness. That was an untested scenario. He just literally couldn't do it. So I'll get a half point there.
Does no one else do that?
Nope. No one that I can think of. Who has the modifier? Seymour, Kefka, Cypher. I think Laguna does as well.
Brave damage per debuff.
Yeah. Who's also has elemental and like doesn't enchant Imperial. Is there anyone else like that?
Oh man, I don't know. I haven't broken that one out on
Yeah,
the site
exactly.
yet.
So that was an unknowable. So while I'm not, and I can't, it's also not fair of me to say, oh, why didn't you tell me this? Well, at least theory crafting it is one thing, which is what I did, but that was an unknown for both sides. So I can chalk that up to people not knowing that interaction would happen, but acting like you were Nostradamus predicting that would happen, because I didn't see it. I read all my comments on that video. And I talked to a bunch of people in Discord, and no one, not a single person said that to me, to my knowledge, unless I just missed it. In which case I was wrong. Ink with the Final Fantasy 6 characters. Yep.
Oh, I push all FF6 pretty hard, but I am a fan of FF10. I actually like most of the cast of 4. There's a pretty good chunk of them, but 4 also has a lot of jank characters that I'm not a fan of.
Let's go to the lake. And I think I said this earlier in the stream, but Vincent's definitely gonna get through. Now that I'm realizing that I overplayed him, one of his skills being down. Obviously, in hindsight now, it should have been obvious. And again, I didn't. No one said this. This should have been more obvious. But he can just not use that skill, and then the rest of the team can just damage it down. And even then, the attack down is going to be good for the Paladin Cecil raid, because they do a giant attack that ignores mitigations. So they were selling Cam with his attack down, and they were selling Paladin Cecil with his defense up. So while Vincent's skill 2 is going to be absorbed, the attack down is going to work on not getting you blown up by the recast. So yeah, but again, and then it's magic resist. But again, you're bringing Vincent in spite of his kit. You're still fighting against the content working against him, which I'm not particularly a fan of, and it doesn't make sense for the devs to release him when the content, even if he is workable, he's still not a top pick, because who is it? Kefka has what, you know the numbers, right? I think he has like 10% less brave damage. 10% less attack down.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about right.
Their
yeah.
attack downs are close.
They're very close, yeah.
So you could just run in, you could just enchant Kefka and throw his attack down on there, and you're not fighting against his kit like you.
Well, it depends on. Enchanting Kefka is the most annoying thing about Kefka.
Yes,
it's very difficult to do.
But framed enchants, you can get away with. It's easier to get around. You don't need to throw up sounds. You still have control over his debuffs.
Yeah, that's fair.
And my point being, you're not fighting against the boss itself, bringing another, or like X-Death, bring X-Death to the fight, who doesn't care about magic resist, and he has attack down. You can mitigate the recast that way. And I think he'd be a lot. Kefka and Vincent, Kefka and X-Death, for example, would be a lot more plug and play, whereas Vincent, I think the boss cleanses like generics. That might not be true. But you're just working against the boss, which I really don't appreciate the devs doing.
I think at this point, Vincent got so much hate that people are specifically trying to.
Yeah, it's the GL first factor of making this character work, because it's new, and there always are the people who are dedicated to their characters. Like there's the guy who ran Yuffie in like every fight in existence. And,
that guy is a legend.
That guy is a legend, but we're also not bowing to the Church of Yuffie just because she could be used in every Lufenia, because that's ridiculous. There's nuance.
But the Church of Yuffie is legit for the Mog Lufenia.
Oh yeah.
That's just that's literally someone got either fired for that or got a talking to for that fight.
Yeah, they made an oopsie there.
Yeah, they really anti-Yuffie the Centipede fight, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
I wish they removed that. She would be incredible for it.
You came a pretty long way, eh?
Let us have nice things. I remember the days Garden hitting ones in Kai's debut. I read that right. In the future, are they going to fix giving us outdated kits or fix giving us these LDs in the wrong period? Hopefully. I mean, it's just a matter of just looking at the fights and what's up ahead. I mean, it's like I said, I don't understand why they couldn't have just released Vincent during the Turk month, because I would have been like, yeah, this is a good character. He's gonna clap all these fights with his debuffs. And now, like, the content is working against him. It doesn't... And just because you use him in spite of the content working against him doesn't mean the content isn't working against him.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels different. Like, obviously, I ran Sabin in, I want to say 15 fights that countered him.
But you acknowledged what was going on there, and you did it for fun.
Yeah, I did. I just wanted to point out that he can never be locked out.
Yeah.
Not that he was like great and usable or anything.
And really, I should have
do
taken a
think
page
so.
out of that book. Like, okay, 2 different elemental skills. So yeah, he should work even when one of his skills is out. So that is another L on me that I'm putting in my next video, my follow-up. But I'm doing a similar follow-up for Balthier. Because that one's going to be a lot prettier. Because Balthier has been crushing it. My god. He made a joke RCL as Lufenia. He did Ulti's first debut Lufenia. This man is doing work. Were you saying something, Nick?
I wasn't. I was drinking, but
Okay.
water. He's clapping most.
Yeah.
He's so good with ulti.
Balthier?
The two of them are fantastic together. Balthier, yeah.
Why? Because of the
Oh
auras?
my god. The HP damage up is
Yeah.
so good.
It doesn't fall off ever. So.
Yeah, they're incredible together. You can pair Balthier and Ultimisha with like any support, and you're just gonna clap it. She can go firecracker mode, kamikaze, spam skills constantly, and you just destroy the fight. It's so much fun.
Yep, agreed. What's Blind Eye saying? Blind Eye's such a nice guy. RNA spoiled everybody. Agreed. RNA was a step in the wrong direction. RNA is not how you balance an LD. RNA is going too far in the opposite direction, in which stuff gets boring because this one character just steamrolls everything, and the community's like, bleh. And I'm glad we didn't get it. Balthier and Vivi were the sweet spots. They gave the impression that they looked ahead at future content and said, how can we make this not as bad? Let's bring Balthier to handle the toxic ass Arciela and Seador fights. And maybe if you're having trouble with the Beatrix fight, you can go back and bring Balthier too. Oh, and this Ultimecia fight with Pinello? Oh yeah, man, bring Balthier there. He'll ease up a lot of the pain. Shake things up. He's not necessary, obviously, but he's a good pick for these fights, and you can justify him there. Or Vivi, just general damage racing, blowing everything the hell up. Vivi has hella results, and he even got pulled through the one fight that countered him hard by the grace of God and Levy 7 whatever. Just that guy, although he did say that run took him like 50 tries, which is funny.
Pull yourself together, Z.
Levy X7 is
That guy's
incredible. He's so good for running FF9 comms. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
funny. He doesn't do carries either. All his teams are justified.
I want to say there was a run that he did that it was like Garnet, Zidane, Beatrix of like Beatrix with Fenia or something. It was like absurd.
So, something absurd.
Yeah.
The OP girls even use the UPG strategy. Yeah, they do. I'm sure with her debuffs, she wasn't hitting like a wet noodle. Yeah. Balthier really is something. Yeah. The auras alone. I said this earlier, but the auras alone should have been the end of the conversation. That's good stuff.
Those auras are absolutely
No
push.
setup cost. You just put them there, and you don't have to worry about anything. You can't even let the aura fall off. The only way to get rid of the aura is to sub Balthier out. That alone was the end of the conversation. Balthier ulti, third slot character, and OK LD calls perfect. Yeah, it's a good combo. Oh, that's what I was saying. Vivi justified himself on the boss rush, and Zonde's Lufenia. Vivi saved a lot of people from having to pull on Zonde who probably weren't very interested in. And aside from that, he was just using a lot of DPS race strategies. I don't think Vincent has that same kick. And he would have if he came earlier, but he didn't. And I think we should demand better. My perspective on that hasn't changed. Vincent is more usable than I gave him credit for, but I still think it was sloppy.
The worst part of Vincent,
Hey, look what I found.
by miles, is the
My
Abyss.
legs kinda hurt.
Yes. That was just a
that
kick in
is
the
the
dick.
problem.
I don't even think that's
That's
contested
their-
at this point.
That's their fault.
I don't know who would
They-
disagree with that.
They completely dropped the ball on that. Because people already weren't necessarily impressed with the fact that Vincent didn't get a rework, but to put bosses that completely counter him is just
And then we
it's
couldn't
asinine.
use ulti there either. That was even worse. And Baltier's Lufenia was toxic as hell. But thankfully we had a lot base Baltier could work, so that was fine with Vincent. Vincent's Lufenia was just a mess. It was just a obvious. I don't agree with the fact that they copy pasted bosses either. I mean, wasn't feeling it. Was not feeling it. Why did I teleport down here only to not go the right way? I cannot navigate to save my life. Oh my god. This is just sad. What's chat saying? If only he had more AoE. Yeah, that's what it's. If anything, that's what I'm concluding now. They should have given him more offense.
If he had splash on his follow-up, that would have been
Yeah.
excellent.
I think if it's like they gave him more damage, but they didn't. But they held back. You need a little bit more. And even then, on top of that, again, the content will still be working against him.
Yeah. They needed him pushed a little bit more. They needed him to cover something like the AoE poison is pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. Situational.
It's cool.
It's just so sad that his
Yeah.
attack down is non-existent on Trey's Lost Chapter. Can't do it.
Wait, what is that?
Trey's Lost Chapter is immune to attack down.
Oh, yeah.
Which is obnoxious. Most of the people who said they run Vincent are doing it, thankfully. But one guy, I'm not going to call him out, one guy in my comments said he'd do it. And he hasn't uploaded a single Vincent video. So I'm about to unsubscribe from his ass. Good evening, FFG. Oh, Final Fantasy Guardian. Hello, Final Fantasy Guardian. What's up? The ceiling. I think we really almost overlook or forget about Vivi at this point. I don't think so. Vivi is still popular for people who like the rushdown strategy because he still brings a stupid amount of damage, even now. I mean, Squall's about to dethrone Vivi definitely in the AoE damage compartment, but Squall is nuts. So, and Vivi's been out for what now? Like 4 months? Has it been 4 months?
I'm sure of it.
Halloween, so October. End of
Wow,
October.
5 months.
So, yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
Vivi's still kicking.
Still
That's a
doing
good
work.
release. That is a great release. Even if I'm not personally using it, I can understand the value. That man is a nuke.
I can get stronger.
Yeah, I'm really
still.
impressed
I
with
know
what
it.
they did with him. See, that's the thing, right? He didn't need LD boards. He didn't need, and sorry, not boards, but he didn't need no, No, it sort of is about the LD boards, right? Because Balthier's LD boards and Vincent's LD boards are built for current JP and probably are very, very pushed and too strong for current GL. So they couldn't give them the boards. But Vivi, like, he didn't have any problem.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's where LD boards do matter.
Yeah, I was saying this earlier, but the issue is that they could give us an LD call that's like the LD boards. So it's just because they haven't reworked LD calls yet, and if because LD it gets murky because LD board reworks are a thing, and Istola thankfully skated by having an effect that came after her LD, but it just might get sketchy. It's just the game of Twister that the devs are always playing, which is a problem in itself. There are 3 targets, bring Vivi. Yeah, that's why we don't get 3 target fights anymore. Rare, those are hilariously rare.
They're so much fun though. They're
Vivi
so
wrecked
rare.
Arciela Lost Chapter? Yeah, because he could just blow it up. Just blow it up. I'd say Valthier and Vivi did more for RCL's Lufenia than Vincent did. He gets high armor during Divine Ramu. I could be wrong, and it's during. I don't know what it is. That's a good question.
Isn't Balthier technically the absolute #1 best person you could use for RCL's Lufenia?
Easily better than Arciela.
Yes. For
Easily.
sure. Because he only does one.
Yeah,
buffer
Balthier turns the difficulty of that fight down so much. Like if you thought that fight was pretty straightforward, do the TCC challenge or just do it without Balthier, and it gets even just running Arciela alone.
Ooh, what's the TCC challenge? I need to look at that. 'cause
No
I can probably do
Balthier,
it with
no
Gao.
Arciela.
Oh, I could do it with Gao.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Crafty.
If that's
Yuffie.
it.
There are some other dispellers, but man, it gets sketchy without Balthier. It really is. Because I remember that fight being hell on earth. I could tell I remember bitching about it in my video. I was like, this is rough. This is like my 100th reset or something crazy. And then I used Balthier. I'm like, wow. Okay. Okay.
It's just easy.
Did not have to think about it.
I think I needed 1 reset with Gao. Yeah, 1. I just needed 1 reset. He's very solid.
Very, very solid.
I think he's one of the better candidates, actually, for Vanille's Sphere.
Yeah, I tend to agree. The off-turn
versus
stuff.
someone that, like, inflicts it. I don't know. The counter aspect goes really well with that.
Agreed. How many counter characters have an East left?
Does Cater have an E?
She does. Okay, Cater's another one.
There's definitely something here. I'm sure of it.
Gallup doesn't have an E. 8 doesn't have. 8's AAA.
8's gonna have some crazy LD boards now that ignore defense is good again.
Yeah. So that's because they just upped defense, right?
Along with Brave Reduction, yeah. Now they just do both.
Yeah. So it's interesting because my Medusa run where I did Balthier, Ultimisha, and Kefka, and people were saying like I can't do the run. Like my setup is exactly the same as yours. I don't understand like why my Ultimisha is dealing so much less damage than yours. And we found out it's because of just 1 debuff high armor. Like I had my debuff high armor on Kefka and they didn't. Oh. And that was the 20% defense was making literally a 20k difference per turn on ulti.
That's funny.
And it's because the yellow aura of the Medusas have increased defense. That's why. So it just counteracts their increased defense apparently.
Bingo.
It's crazy though that you actually see that happen.
Defense down is good.
It is, but when there's like no, when it's just really high brave damage reduction, defense down doesn't do squat.
Say it again.
When defense is totally normal and brave damage is ramped up super high, defense down doesn't do anything. It's borderline useless.
I thought it was the opposite. I don't know. I don't know how the math in this game works. So you're probably right. I thought I thought brave reduction made defense down more impactful.
No, to get around brave reduction, you need brave damage up. To get around,
Well, I know that, but I'm saying versus if the bosses had kept gaining defense, right? Never mind. I don't care. You're right. You're probably right. I don't care.
I don't know.
Jack LD call.
I'm finding Hope's LD call more useful at the moment.
Por qué no logos?
Because, well, Porque no tango dos.
Oh, yep. I feel that.
Ochentas. I don't have two 80s on a team, so I won't always have both. I do not remember how to say 80. Is it ochenta?
I don't know.
It's been a really long time since I brush up on Spanish whenever I travel to a Spanish-speaking country, but COVID has really nixed my travel plans.
I got one hit. Let's read chat. If he did get all the boards, how many people would use him and not just an LD call? Well, that would depend on his LD call, wouldn't it? Let's see. They can give us bad LD boards now and then update them later, but yeah, but they won't change the LD call. Probably. We don't know. That's the tricky part.
But the thing is giving us an LD board that they're going to change later, that is almost exactly the same as just giving us a different LD. Like, they can choose whatever the hell they want to put on the base effect of the LD.
Yeah, that's why I say LD boards as the metric don't matter.
Yeah.
They could have just loaded the base LD more.
Exactly. They can just put more there and tune it. Whether they're doing that or not, there's no way to know, but...
These guys look serious. Oh, you have got to be kidding me!
Oh crap. I'm gonna die. Not if they can't see me.
I will be right back.
Difficulty. Oh, shit. God. The difficulty came from the inconsistent boss. Yes, it did. Which is why Balthier is such a god for it.
It will not.
You can just stall him out and then yank one.
Try again.
And then keep him moving. It's not gacha content. They could change whenever they want. Yeah, they can. And they have.
They certainly can change most of the one thing that they can't change that is generally agreed upon is they can't change weapon passives. That's pretty difficult to actually change.
Please don't culturally appropriate Spanish.
We should depart imminently.
What is that?
We're not supposed to.
I hope I didn't offend anybody.
We can't
trying
speak.
to do
No,
Spanish.
we didn't. We're being trolled
My incredible power
by an idiot.
no bounds.
Okay. Yeah, I know my Spanish is not good, especially when I'm
Don't
just
entertain
coming up with it on stream. Okay.
I'm still
Fair.
getting stronger.
Emperor has ease if you count him as a counter. That's a good point.
But
Off turn, dispel. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In theory, yeah.
Ochenta. Thank you.
See, it is ochenta. Awesome.
Morning.
Hope you
It's been a while since I've paid any attention to Spanish.
Yeah.
I've been focusing on Mandarin.
Yes, I started Mandarin as well.
Oh,
I
nice.
started, I mean, I signed up for a Coursera course.
Oh, I haven't tried Coursera. I've been doing Duolingo for a year at this point.
Probably
And I think
a good
it's...
idea.
Yeah, I
My
think
girlfriend
it's...
wanted me to do it, so I said why not.
Yeah. It's a very good language to know.
Yuffie's 15 CP passive is curse to suck forever. Yes, it is. But guess what? Because character boards are a thing, you need it.
Yeah.
Jack's weapon passes are also tragic. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few weapon passives that they can't change, and that's unfortunate because some of them add a buff to their kit that they can't edit that buff.
Yep. Yep.
That's problematic.
Indeed.
So if I get Edgar through, because Edgar's got attack down, right? So if I get Edgar through the Paladin Cecil raid, that's pretty decent, right?
Yeah. The fact that you have an anti-Vincent saga is very funny. That is so unbelievably funny.
I'm gonna try it. It'll be fun.
The spite runs deep.
I would love to take someone's Vincent run, throw Edgar in there, and clap it. That would be so good. I haven't
Pure
used
spite.
Edgar in a while.
Pure spite.
The last time I used Edgar was like Kurisame's challenge quest.
I feel like they could fix the passes by adding character board extensions. Please no. We can't extend extensions. Well, no, character boards are extensions of extensions. We can't go too deep there. I see BC and Ink preparing for China to take over the world. Yes.
Which one? The problem with us trying to take over the world is that one of us has to be Pinky.
One of us has to be what?
Pinky in the brain. Come on.
Oh.
You're.
No, I thought you said Panky. I was like, what?
No, Pinky.
Hanky Panky. Like,
No, what the fuck?
yeah, exactly. Explains my confusion.
No, Pinky. But I do see how Pinky by itself is very different than Pinky in the brain.
Blade combo, third stage.
Callan is more effective than Duolingo. What is Callan?
Oh, I don't know what Callan is, but I'm gonna look it up because I've been doing Duolingo for a year at this point, which is like I can definitely say that I speak more Mandarin than I did a year ago. There's no doubt. I don't know. Okay.
Take a word for it.
Is Terra magic AoE lightning?
See, that's the material I need for materialist. That's the material I need right there. Inject it straight into my veins.
I can't wait for Terra.
Oh yeah. I can't. I like Terra. I'm not a fan of how her LD makes her play.
Oh, well, she just spams kills, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yep.
Doesn't she play similar to Vaughn?
Not quite. Oh, fuck.
Because her turns are consecutive?
Well, Vaughn's turns aren't consecutive.
No, I know, that's what I... No, I mean, Terra has like 4 or 5 turns in a row.
Yeah.
Vaughn doesn't, right?
Yeah. Vaughn does not.
That's the main difference between them, no?
Yeah, but then yeah, Terra gets a buff, I think, on those turns. That's like HP damage up.
Oh, does she?
I think so.
That's
She
awesome.
gets it's something ridiculous. It's something ridiculous. Terra is going to be at the forefront of a lot of no boss turn runs for a while. Terra and Yang for people who like letting the game play for them. Kind of.
That sounds exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
Get used to Yang kicking.
Hogging the glory, eh?
Terra's gonna let me do all FF6 runs. so that's gonna be exciting.
It is.
Because she'll just wreck things herself. By the way, I did try to run Realm, Terra, and Onion Knight in the Centipede, but not having a healer feels real bad.
Did Belial do a realm run of Centipedes yet?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't
think
see
he did.
why. I don't see why it would be a problem.
Just curious, 'cause I haven't seen it yet.
Gotcha.
I might have missed it. I know RCL is the opinion he gave him. I think he said that fight was top 5 worst fights in the game, which means a lot coming from him.
Certainly.
Who has joined us? That's Mino. Hello, Mino.
What's up, Mina?
Stay true to your decisions.
Your final. Oh, he's gonna join, but not say anything.
Oh, okay.
Well,
That's
no,
cool.
I just didn't know. I didn't want to crash. I wanted to join earlier, but I wasn't sure if it was a private stream.
No, it's not. When is it When is
I don't know.
anything private?
BC specifically only invited Ink, so I was like,
What are
I'm
you
not
talking
sure if
about?
it's okay.
I put ink in the title.
Yeah.
You said you were busy.
With what? But probably. Yeah, I was actually.
Fuck you.
What? But probably.
Oh no. But I'm just saying. I wasn't sure if it was okay to just jump in and talk. I only came in to hear Ink speak Mandarin.
Oh, great.
Like I'm going down. Everything's
Do you
Ink, check
think
your,
they could fix the EX skills by character boards, or is Crystal? They said they're gonna update EX attacks.
Ink, check your PMs. I sent you what Nihao Thailandese.
no one says anything.
Vaughn needs a few turns after the setup
Okay.
is plus version. Yeah, he does.
It was made
Terra
by
eats
the
the orb depending on the condition. Yeah, that is a Terra problem.
Mino, is Kailana, is that a troll on you, or is that legit?
what? That's what
Anyone I can trust my life.
they're made by the same people that did Dora the Explorer, except for Mandarin.
Played a significant role.
Is it an app, or am I watching a television show?
It's a television show.
101. I'm not gonna watch a television show to learn a language.
That's how a lot of people learn a language. Excuse you.
Excuse me.
I know you have you looked at any of the new weapons? I haven't looked at anything or the new stuff at all.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds underwhelming to me, but I think a lot of coming with reworks. So like, Vanille's LD is literally just Brave and HP damage increases based on either how many debuffs she applies, or how many buffs she removes. And then they explain the reason they did that is because S1 debuffs and then S2 removes buffs, so they wanted the LD effect to apply to entire kit.
Let's see.
Doesn't her EX do both? I don't
It
know.
applies one debuff. Does it just in the trap spells?
Right, okay, so it's just like an overall damage like it's just a big damage buff. I don't know if they're gonna give her a rework. Otherwise, all she's
I'm
doing.
pretty sure she's getting a rework.
Yeah, I think she's getting a rework too. And then Garnet is getting a follow-up based on.
See, that makes sense, because she's not getting a rework. Her base kit is not good enough. Thank you, Nina. Continue, sorry.
LD ability is AoE Brave plus HP, party heal, and then she gets a Balthier thingy over her head, where it builds stacks every time an ally or an enemy acts, and then at max stats she'll summon Arc, and then it'll drop back down to 1 stack.
She summons Arc?
Yeah, Arc.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then what? Twins are so ambiguous. They're like, LD effect gives a new buff. The buff increases party stats based on certain conditions. And then BT effect increases party stats based on certain conditions.
Nice.
So, there you go.
Nice.
Oh man, is it going to be certain conditions meta? And who should we try to predict who will enchant certain conditions?
It's only a matter of time.
That's
Pain.
special.
And then
Battle of the Vague.
that's it. God, this Obe Obe sucked ass.
I won't let you
We
down.
just covered three things, and also you guys were talking about weapon skins. They have a Sakura cherry blossom branch for our staffs now. That's kind of cool. Guess for Vanille's release, but they can't afford to give them cool skins. That's how they sell the weapons, man. Like the gem pole.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Everyone's counting on me. I gotta step it up.
Alright, that's cool. Curious
They
about
need-
Garland.
They need something.
God,
How impactful has BT Plus been? What do typically get? I haven't looked at any of them.
Mercenary time for
It's big,
fun.
right? Well, I mean,
Yeah,
at least
it's some big stuff.
from the casual player perspective, as in like I'm talking to certain JP players that don't even do all the content, they say they feel like you need at least 2 of the featured LDs, or at least like a BT plus or 2 in the party to stand a chance against Loof plus nowadays.
Wrong.
I'm not sure how true that is, but that's the sentiment, and I don't blame it because again, if we're talking about average player skill,
Although the fact that it blindsided again is not
What's here?
not great. Just the
What do you mean
the
blindsided?
vertical creep
oh
is
yeah.
not fun to deal with.
There's a plus race stats. What does it do again?
It ups the reduction even more, and the defense too. So similar to how we didn't got fucking blindsided again. Similar to how a lot of people didn't really care about Brave gain up auras before Lufenia Plus. Now
Yeah.
it's like cream of the crop. Like those Brave gain auras, like Agrius, Porum, Ishtola, Bart's all top. It's like crazy.
I wanted to ask you some stuff for the stream. Is what? Fuck, I forget already. Blah blah blah. Oh right. A lot of people were saying with the dawn of Lufenia Plus, a lot of the people that came right before like X Death are kind of like useless.
No, X Death
Is that true?
No, you just need to, because X Death is eternally buffable because you just buff up his attack and bring some Brave gain up auras and he's fine. Which pretty much applies, which is pretty much what you do with any other character, anyways. So.
By the way, he's putting in work. Machilento used him in the last 3 Lufenias
Oh, yeah, dude,
pretty
X
damn
Death is
well.
a
Like
monster.
holy shit, man. Yeah, like he's a character a lot of people sleep on. I feel
Oh
like.
yeah. Oh yeah.
X stuff is really, really fun to play. I'm very glad I got his LD.
Agreed. And X Death ain't dead. He's just not at the forefront of YouTube videos. That's all. And it's less fun to redo stages. So I mean, I could go back and try out X Death, but do I want to? No. Is he my first pick?
Me-
No, but that's because I want to run Yuna and Zac everywhere. So
How many times do you guys rerun stages in GL or JP?
depends on the stage.
I do it a couple times. I have more free time now, so
sometimes
I try it.
Sometimes I run stages back like kind of just randomly. If I'm not doing anything, like if I'm like cooking or something, I'll like run a stage, maybe. But
Okay, I was just curious because I have not enjoyed rerunning stages typically, unless I can
usually
get to the
don't.
point of spamming it.
Usually I don't, but sometimes I do. Did I get this thing already? Fonset Island. Oh, it's too much. Damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mina, do you have any other questions?
Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Yeah, the shell hit hard. I guess she does,
I
right?
still haven't used her.
Oh.
I need to look if I need tomorrow.
I think
She has a
people were
consecutive turns gimmick.
saying she did way more damage than Vayne in the same fight, and they're both synergy.
I don't know. How to
I
explain
watched a run and it didn't feel like Shulk was dealing more damage. Although I will say that Shulk is approaching lightning boring
Yeah.
like rates.
That's already why I regret pulling her now. I should have understood.
Like-
I was telling Ink, I'm starting to lean harder on the whole do the fight before you pull, because I got into a loop of doing that. Or I just pull. I'm like, okay, well, I don't think I ever want to use this character. Like in this whole Vayne cycle, I haven't used a single character I've pulled.
I heard the Vayne cycle has been pretty
That's
like
impressive.
the featured characters haven't really been.
Yeah, well, no, Cloud of Darkness has been tearing shit up. Dear God.
Wait, but she's not like featured like they're saying like, oh, Kate Sith didn't
yeah.
feel very necessary, Shulk didn't feel very necessary for their fights.
Then yeah.
They're like
Yeah.
they're like Vayne. It's basically just tuned around Vayne. Just pull the 2-week synergy. You
Well,
just
no,
get
it's
through
not
everything.
tuner because Vayne got actively screwed over in a bunch of these fights because it was a break orb, but you can't break them too much because if they get 12 if you get 12 consecutive turns, then they Eldnarsh warp right in front of you. They cleanse themselves and fuck you up.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wait, really? That's really cool. I like stuff like that. But it sounded like they're going back to. No, I do like that. That's what Arrow said she wanted.
But-
and I agree.
But
I
I
mean,
don't
I
like things
also
that
agree.
happen that you can't easily track.
Yeah, that is hard to track. Cause say you lose count, and
That's
then you
true.
get bodied. That's annoying. And the fact that Vayne is a rebreaker and a consecutive turn guy, but then you also can't use too many of his consecutive turns, is obnoxious.
Yeah.
The fight also had really high defense, so Vayne would reset their break status and not be able to break him again, unless you like roided up his damage like crazy. And ignore defense. Like my team was Beatrix, Zac, and Bartz. And because Zac and Beatrix have ignore defense moves, they were actually capping with those moves. It was very weird.
Amir's asking, isn't it good when you don't need main featured characters?
It is good. It's just weird.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is good,
It's
but then it
good.
feels bad to pull for that character.
Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It feels bad to pull
Yeah,
for
like,
that
what the
character.
fuck?
It's like Sayador here. Well, actually, he's pretty damn good for this fight, I think. I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
say
Oh,
like,
yeah, definitely.
yeah, I was gonna say
Of course
like
he's
it's like,
good for the fight.
oh no, but I'm saying that I was gonna use him as a comparison to like Kate Sith, but like, yeah, it's like, no, he's really good for his fight. Kate Sith is pretty negligible for his fight, I think.
Well, I mean,
the orb.
his effect is good, but
Yeah,
it won't.
he
keep
doesn't
you
check the orb.
alive. Yeah,
he
it doesn't check
the orb, and he doesn't really play into any of the main gimmicks. He's just a pretty generic.
Just good for damage racing.
Okay, let's make a start.
which
But I think
is
they're
not-
going back towards not giving the boss turns, because you got like Shulk, and you got Garnet LD coming really soon that procs follow-ups after ally turns, then I think they just want you to take as many consecutive turns as possible. It's pretty ridiculous.
Who knows?
I really do think Garnet's gimmick is cool. I think that's a first, right? Like, builds up stacks to a follow-up for enemy turns and ally turns, so even if the enemy goes a ton, like, it's just gonna be up the entire fight, and it's just gonna be like every couple of turns, no matter what, you're doing an attack.
Prompto, kind of.
I'd need to see it. Did they show it in the video?
No, they
No, it's all text. No videos in this stupid Obe Obe. God, sometimes these Obe Obes are terrible. No information.
You expected too much.
I mean, I guess you just use them to see what comes next. Sometimes they're very descriptive about.
Tune into it for the girls.
ability. Guess.
Do they still
Oh,
do that drawing game?
I think so. That's more fun than watching
That's
them
hype.
play. I would rather Josh do something like that than play co-ops. I really Like, do people really enjoy playing co-ops with Josh at this point? It's just boring as
Some
fuck.
people get excited to join it. That's definitely a thing.
Twins animation might be awesome. Yeah, I'm very hyped for Twins. Love World of Final Fantasy. Is it good?
Do you think that they're gonna leave their giant form, or go to the giant
I
form?
hope they do.
I doubt it. Are you kidding me? That'd be too much for Twins. No way.
Do you think they're going to? Do you think they're gonna summon all the other chibis, like 140
Hell
chibis?
no. If Yuna can't bring out her
they're
summons,
just
then
summoning. Yeah.
that's 100% not gonna happen.
I hope you will be the bearer of good
No,
news.
what is it? Their LD is called Mega Flare, and their BT is Revised Blossom Storm. What is that from the game? I don't remember.
I don't
What?
remember that.
How much do you think people would be pissed if they reused a Mid-Italian's skill 2 in place of Twins LD? Like, it used the exact same animation of, like, Bahamut shooting.
Square Enix is banned.
I feel like people would outrage and it would be hilarious. I mean, seriously, Vincent and Terra have the exact same skill 1 animation.
Oh God, you're right.
Wait, what?
It's
He's
awful.
right. He's right. He's right.
What?
They
What
do.
did you say? Who? What did
Meltdown and Deadly Beast Flare, the exact same animation.
No.
It's the same fireball. Holy shit.
Wait, who's Deadly Beast Flare?
Vincent.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh my
right?
God.
Wow.
Oh, Blossom Storm is some dumb attack. Apparently it is in Final Fantasy. Who casts it? Can't fucking tell. Either way, it doesn't look like they're summoning any other characters.
Yeah, probably not. Would not expect it.
I really like the level of difficulty Lufania's on right now. I can, like, a lot of people are actually trying a bunch of times on these last
Yeah.
couple of fights.
These fights are interesting. They got new mechanics. That's a part of it. Imperial immunity, frame turns. Well, we only have one bout of frame turns. Is the next time we get frame? When's the next time we actually get frame turns?
Oh,
Well,
shit. Oh,
It's
I gotta
for sure
go.
Terra.
Sorry.
So is
Thanks
there
for
anything?
letting me join for a
Yep.
bit.
See ya.
Talk to you guys later.
Take
Peace.
it easy, Mina.
What are you saying?
Is there anything before Terra? Because I know Terra has frame turn.
Okay, let's walk it back. Divine Ramu definitely does. Eldnarsh Lost Chapter definitely does. Aranea might. No, I don't think it does. No, she's a rebreaker in Valeria. That wouldn't make sense. Ishtola definitely does. Trey does not, but that fight sucks.
God, those Krakens have framed buffs.
Oh, they put a completely new twist on that fight. You have to get hit. It's pretty funny. Although I think A can break that fight. They I think when they frame their turns, they get like a massive amount of brave. No, they don't. It doesn't matter what amount of brave they get, because whenever they attack you, they get a massive amount of brave, and they target whoever has the highest HP. But the thing about that is, and they have like near consecutive turns, so you can't even cheese it by like, you can't have the same character take the attack, because if someone's HP goes down, the other AI will immediately target them without having changed their turns. Does that make sense?
Oh my, what the hell is that?
Yeah, so a lot of people just took the double last stand strategy for that. So like you'd eat an attack with Ishtola, and then you eat the other attack with Celis, and then you heal it back up.
Nice. Okay, that's interesting.
Annoying.
I mean, that's cool. I'm glad that I have all the last stand people indexed.
Yep, Aerith. Yep, definitely a good idea.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there are. There are. But yeah, I think they're frame returns when they do that. Then after that is Trey's Lost Chapter, which doesn't have frame turns, and then Boss Rush, which I also do not think has frame turns.
Okay, so there's a lot.
Next month, yeah.
That's interesting that Ramu has frame turns when Emperor delays.
I think it's immune to break delay. Wait, does he? I think it depends on whether he gets turns. I actually might be completely wrong about that. Someone please fact check me.
That seems real weird. His EX delays and his BT delays.
So I don't know if Freya and Stola. Yeah, Freya putting in work there. That annoying Freya guy on Reddit is going to be happy.
I'm right back.
Okay. That's like 3 chat. I have not been paying attention to chat. I'm running in circles in Xenoblade and talking and not paying attention. Like and subscribe. Tired. I think people like playing co-ops. I sure don't. Hate co-op. I book it, I get my perfect arts, and I bounce. What is this? Books.
When was the last time you finished a shop? I haven't finished a co-op shop.
I finish every
probably
shop.
2 or 3. Oh, I haven't finished one in maybe 2 or 3 months.
Oh wow.
Because the crystals are obnoxious to get all those gold tokens, and
Really?
I don't need them. I don't care. Yeah, it's really annoying.
Yeah, you're probably onto something there, but I don't like leaving shops undone. I just 2x book every co-op. We have so many of those books at this point. There's no reason not to use them. Maybe that'll ease, unless you already did that in the first place.
No, I mean, it's more that I can't necessarily sit and do co-op for 15 minutes straight. I know that sounds crazy because I did Lufenia commentary for 35 minutes straight. But
yes, it does sound ridiculous, but please continue. Explain yourself.
yeah, the co-op just doesn't feel as exciting as a Lufenia fight does.
That's fair.
And yeah, like it doesn't feel like a justifiable use of my time. The only time I enjoy running co-op is when there's like we do it like through Discord and there's like a group of us.
I feel that. Was that
Yeah,
awesome?
because that's
The stupid Lail co-op was funny at least.
yeah, exactly. Like when you get to play with your friend, that's great.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always happen.
Let's see. Ramu is a delay orb.
It's a
King
delay
Gladio
orb.
Cheese Trey's Lost Chapter in a way. Yes, for the same Gladio reasons that he gets broken and delayed, but that means his LD is going to be up for longer.
He gets broken and they delay you, right?
Yep, it's a double. So Gladio gets pretty heavy uptime on all of this stuff. Just because
And
of
you
that.
can extend all 3 of his buffs.
Yep.
All 3 with double hope and Saz.
Yep. So yeah, Gladio, fantastic there. All Desh's animations are reused from different characters, including his victory pose. Yes. Can't wait for Divine Shield. I'm sure it will be real help. Probably. I hope we get Auto Plus and 10 tickets next month. Jesus Christ. Where is that at? I don't care about a stupid nameplate next to my name. Does Paladin Cecil HP Overheal tank against their attacks? No. Because it's something ridiculous, like 60k, and you have to last stand it.
That's fun. It's been a while since we've been able to do a last stand.
You have to last stand it or dodge it.
It's been a long time since we've like. When was the last time that we had to do a last stand comp? Was it
Bahamut?
Entropy 12?
Or that works too, I guess.
A lot of people did it on Entropy 12.
The funny thing about that counter is it's just completely anti-Gladio because oh crap, hit my mic. Sorry guys. I think that attack on the Krakens ignores HP damage reduction too. So if you're like, oh, I'm just gonna tank it with Gladio, nope, and they target someone else anyways. Yeah, Gladio stopped it. Oh, I don't know if Warrior Light's enough to. Oh no, they ignored the reduction. So yeah. That's
Yeah,
an
they
interesting
do.
fight.
That I remember.
Yeah. I prioritize the highest form of crystals and tickets, and I bounce. Yeah, I mean, so much downtime in the game, and it's not like if I'm like eating or something, I'll just run co-ops. It's not a big deal to me. Is it just me, or is ticket count in shops lower these days? It might be just you.
No, it's just you. It's the same.
I always throw all shops. I can't accept free limited stuff. Agreed. Did anyone use Lael for Sid Reign's Lufenia? Yes. There were plenty of Lael runs.
But I didn't see them on YouTube, so that we don't know.
So it didn't happen. No,
Inconclusive.
Jokes aside, I know there was some on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What game is this? This is Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and I'm not showing the gameplay right now because I'm just buying stuff. So I should get back to that. I was looking for a shot for an inn for like at least 10 minutes, and I'm running in circles because talking and playing is difficult. I should put the main character in the game. Maybe people will recognize it then. That might help. If only I could access the right menu. What about Arden? Would he work? That's a great question. I think he would.
That would be very exciting to see Arden get resurrected.
Yes.
He hasn't had that much action, but I know there are some dedicated Arden people that run him pretty frequently.
Yeah.
Props to them.
Props to them indeed. It's a fun fight. I mean, double last stand is the simplest way through it. See, if you guys play Smash, this is the girl. This is Pyra. And Rex, who did not make it in the game. Let's do some fighting. Oh no, I'm over leveled, aren't I?
Pyra was. That's cool.
I'm over leveled. I can't do this. I'm on a new game plus, so my actual level is like 80, but you can turn your own level down to balance yourself out. And sometimes
That's
if I
an
get
interesting feature.
yeah. Sometimes I over level myself to punch through something early.
Keep a close eye out for trouble.
Okay, let's make a start.
Okay, let's level down. Oh,
Yeah,
Rex
and they
was
do
up.
target the highest HP, so Arden could never work.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Really? I'm still
I don't think there's no one else that goes to 0, because then you could duo it with 2 zeros.
Though, I think this was the same time they reduced the revive penalty. So I think it's actually plenty viable to just let people eat the attack and then Ishtola will revive them and still win the fight.
If it was me, I'd probably
Oh,
stay
okay.
in bed
That's
some
cool.
more.
That's cool.
Bearer of
But
good news.
you're the boss.
Inkwell, you asked about Tara. Does she get a frame debuff? Because I kitted her out as debuffer, which I did. I gave her Edgar Sphere and I gave her Yuffie Sphere, which both trigger based on debuff and such. But yeah, she actually has debuffs on both skill 1 and skill 2.
Yeah.
So
Isn't it useful?
the fact that I figured that it's going to be heavily unlikely. I don't think that there are any Gilgamesh Lost Chapter-esque bosses that are immune to all debuffs. So if they happen to resist speed down, and what's her other one? Is it max brave down? I forget what her
think
skill
it's
1
attack
debuff
down.
is.
Pretty sure it's attack
Okay.
down.
Okay. Yeah, so if someone's immune to both attack down and speed down, then I would probably end up having a frame debuff in party anyway from a call or from something else. So there's always going to be a debuff in a fight generally. So I don't mind having it. She should be inflicting debuffs pretty much nonstop. I can't think of, maybe if you chain for some weird reason you chained EX into dual cast into LD, then Yuffie's would drop off, but then you would use a skill right away and get it back. So she should have near perfect upkeep on both of those spears. I'm gonna make sure it's attack though. You're probably right. I just haven't looked at her stuff in so long.
Okay, understood.
Oh, it's defense down.
Oh.
Defense minus 30%.
Where the cannons at?
Sure. Go on.
Best of luck, guys. Reporting.
But yeah, I'm super glad to... I literally chucked... Well, I ended up chucking my last 2 removal spheres. I used the first removal sphere to remove... What did I remove? I removed... I feel like I moved Porum's sphere. I know I de-sphered Sarah fully. I had 2 spheres on Sarah, and I ended up removing both of them.
There's a comment in chat you're gonna love.
Oh,
Yoshi
God.
I was deaf down. Just full heal Arden between every attack. True. What are you guys talking
Nice.
about? Stola's Lufeni? Yeah. I asked the question earlier. Tara. Okay, I got you. You just answered that. Huge fan of yours. Thank you. So glad to see you live. Glad you were able to make it in. Sayador actually the worst. Ink can answer that. I'm skipping him because Agrius looks amazing in the future. Thoughts on Agrius? Agrius is currently trivializing a lot of current Lufenia Plus fights. She has the elusive Brave Gain Up aura. Agrius is stellar. I'd say if you want Sayador, you pull him now. If you're okay, if you don't want him and you're okay potentially picking up on Sayador, I mean on Agrius, skip him. He's not worth chasing down at that point. If you get him on Agrius' banner, there's no guarantee you'll get another one of it. So I mean, if you don't care about him, then it's whatever. You pull for Agrius. You pull for Agrius. You hope for Sayador. I made it through the. I thought the revive penalty got removed when Ishtola BT Plus got released. I think it was earlier than that. Arden and Jack, they both hit and miss with his 1 HP. Oh yeah, Arden. Well, I think no, it wouldn't be guaranteed because you can dodge it. Yeah, Jack would be an interesting choice there if you heal him up all the way, I guess. You can't apply in a 6-slot team, right? Just wondering because the E slot is tough to fill. In a 6-slot of debuff team, does it count when you try to apply the debuff, even if it doesn't land?
It should still count.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I can try that very, very quickly by just
Sayador
going
fun.
in with...
Sayador is fun in Synergy. Quite pleasant in Synergy, yeah. It's pretty lame defense down and speed down. When are you going to sing 24-hour Cinderella? Eventually. Agrius and Beatrix seem to be the MVPs of Lufenia Plus so far from what I've seen. I'd say Agrius more than Beatrix. My Beatrix use has been situational, but she definitely got a very good upgrade. She got a lot of what I wish she would have gotten on release. It gives me faith for a lot of other units.
You know what's sort of ironic?
What's sort of ironic?
You know what the next fight is that resists attack down and speed down debuffs?
Hit me with it.
Terra's Lufenia.
Nice!
Literally, her own Lufenia is immune to her debuffs.
I love it.
I won't let you
Okay, so my spheres won't be doing much. Well, Edgar's sphere will be fine, but Yuffie's sphere won't trigger. And other than that...
Bosch gets his LD boards there, too.
Yeah, so that's actually the last time ever that it gets resisted, I think.
Tantal.
Yeah, so literally the only fight in the entire game coming up after Terra is her own Lufenia, and then everything after that, nothing resists attack down and such. Interestingly, it seems like the Lufenia pluses don't resist debuffs.
Yeah,
anymore.
gone, and I like that they are leaning less on shutting
What have we
characters out and making it more mechanic based. It's just they I think they put their feet a little too hard on the pedal. That's why Veridux stopped updating his sheet with resistances and stuff, because they just kind of stopped doing it for the most part.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah, that's cool.
I gotta use
So-
Pyra so people know what game this is. Oh shit, that's a level 80. I'm not fighting that. Oh no. Whew. This game loves to troll you by putting really high level monsters randomly in the area, and you could just pull up on one and just get blasted. Why? Oh
That sounds
god. Why are they all so strong right now? What's going on here? Hey, yo.
So, okay, so final ASIM, you asked about my quote on Sador. So you could check out my video. Basically, the reason that I
50% Sador was born, Rosa was at 50% health thing is one of the funniest thing I've read regarding this game ever. Holy shit, that was funny.
thanks, man.
You gotta repeat. You gotta save that one for later, because that is peak comedy right there. Holy crap!
My take on Theodore, I mentioned it in my video because I thought that people might be interested in the specific commentary as opposed to like my Discord snippets that are out of context usually. But my problem with Theodore, I literally spent like over half a work week, technically, not during work, but like over 20 hours, researching different skill chains with Theodore and doing it in content. So like watching JP players in different fights out of synergy try to use Theodore, and every single time, multiple times in the fight, often every 4 to 5 turns, they were forced to do a suboptimal play because of Theodore's kit. Either Awaken was falling off and their EX was charged and they were deciding, well, do I let Awaken fall off? Oh no, I'm targeted, so I can't. So I have to burn a skill to refresh Awaken so that I can then use my EX. And a lot of times they'd use something like their LD, and then the party would get clocked after they used the LD. And now he didn't have the plus version of his EX, and he just used his LD. So he's not going to use his LD again, right, to burst heal the party, and you just have to eat it. And, well, at least now you still have Awaken, but you use your EX. It's all these, like, really odd decisioning points that you have to use with Theodore. I don't like characters that don't have inherent flexibility in their kit. I want characters where I have an option. I don't want to feel forced or obligated to press a certain button or something bad will happen to me. Like, refreshing buffs is fine, but the fact that Awaken is 4 turns from skill 2 and 5 turns from LD is pitiful. It should have been way longer, and he would have had very, very few problems. On top of it, I disagree with the fact that they completely changed the functionality of his HP pluses and Brave pluses between non-Awaken and Awaken. Basically, if his non-Awaken HP plus was actually his HP plus with Awaken, where he batteried the party based on 50% of the damage dealt, he would be a primary battery and would be so strong for having that. Like, that is a fat battery effect that would be so good. So the fact that they flopped his kit around just pisses me off. I don't like the way they designed the kit. I don't have anything against the character. I actually think they portrayed him. I never played the After Years. I was told that it's not worth my time by people that played the After Years. But they portrayed him fine. I'm not annoyed by the character at all. I got the LD for free on the free pull. I locked it. I'm not building him now because his kit utterly frustrates me and makes me mad that the devs didn't put more thought into his rotation. And I don't mean rotation like Alice rotation. I mean like skill chain. So like very often you would use skill 2, then you might use skill 1, then your EX is charged, then you use a skill again, and you basically get forced, well, you're going to have to use skill 2 again, or if you don't, you're going to lose 80% HP, and you're going to drop then your EX is going to be charged, and you're going to be almost dead. This kind of stuff came up constantly in practice, watching other players play Sayador, and most people had to run him in kamikaze mode, where the LD buff would be at 11 turns. They literally just used it, and they had to refresh his buff just to literally like heal the party so that he could use his plus version EX.
Oh, I get it. I was going the wrong way. I can't read. Good explanation.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really long explanation, right? But I feel like if you're familiar with gaming stuff, I mean, also just like natural stuff, right? Like, it's pretty straightforward that we as gamers appreciate flexibility. There's inherent power in being able to make decisions during a fight, right? Because as soon as you pick your team, your decision tree is moderately locked in terms of what you can, what decisions you can make and what you can tackle. So them locking decisions for us is pretty annoying, that you have to use a certain skill or that you have to do something. I'm not a fan. So that's that. As for Edward, I'm more than happy to talk a little bit about Edward. Edward, I don't like his character. I respect the power of Edward's kit, though. So I know that I wish that Edward's kit was on Sayador. I would max Sayador. I'd be super happy. But yeah, Edward trolled me when I was little. I never played the after years, so I don't know I don't know Edward's redemption arc, and I don't particularly care. So to me, when like growing up, he was certainly like a cowardly character, and he just trolled the living daylights out of me as a kid when I played FF4, and he was my least favorite character in FF, so I never want to run him. It's the exact same logic that you have a favorite character and you want to run them everywhere, and you love the character and you really enjoy them. It's literally just the opposite for me, that's all. So I hope that answers your question.
Listen well, I believe, and I try, even if it don't.
But you think so?
Let's see.
I had to
Agris
step
is
away
great.
to take care of my dog, so you can watch chat.
Okay.
That would be great.
I'll try.
Worry not,
Your Majesty.
think nothing.
By the way, I hope that his barks are not too loud for chat.
No, it's
If
not.
it is,
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. I know my coworkers don't love it.
I call upon the power of fire.
Oh, I can't melt this. No. Let's see. Galaxy Brain comedy right there. Sayador really needs overhealing. It feels like a key component for his success he can't provide. Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, I
Sayador-
really wish he could.
Oh, you're still here.
If he could. I'm just outside.
Okay.
But if he could overheal like 20%, like Hope does on his LD, that would be so good. 90% burst heal into overheal. That would be so good. It just feels like they missed the mark with a lot of little touches on his kit. So
Almost there. But not quite.
I also don't really like that they released Pinello before him. I know that they're different characters, like Pinello's a support and Sayador's a damage dealer. I can respect that. But it just made it less like overlapping. The devs often release things in blocks, right? So we got counter characters for a while with like Gao and Gladio and Furion. And then we've gotten these just like general waves of character kits, and right now we're in cleanse, that we're getting a few cleanse characters. He doesn't add enough for me to be compelled to build him. I know a lot of people are having fun with him right now, and I know they're going to have fun with him, and I hope they can push him and make him work. I shouted out Dreamy in my video, who gave Sayador probably the best possible layout of spheres. And yeah, like have fun with it, sure, but like I don't know. For me, it's not it's not there, and I also don't. What do you call it?
Treasure acquired.
It doesn't make me excited, and I think those people within a month or so are going to change their tune and be like, man, it's really frustrating to run Sayador. This is really unfun that the devs, like, you're not going to run him in Yashola's Heretic. There's so much HP damage. You're just not going to do it. And those types of fights seem to come up more often than not.
Yep.
That's all. Like, every fight is going to do HP damage.
You just leave it to me. I'll use my brains to put this team to good use.
If he healed on his Awoken Bravery HP attacks, that would make him better. Yeah, it's just more his they had the prototype with Renoa, but then they pulled back. It's weird. They could have made his non-awakening stance more supporting, and they could have made his awakening more of a nuke.
And they also could have given him 20% last stand. They could have given him 50% last stand.
Yeah.
Give him something. Like
It's like he got the worst parts of his parents. he got the risk reward of Dark Cecil, but he doesn't use it to the fullest. He got Rose's conditional. And he got his dad's burst heals, but not too terribly consistently. I use Edward on the Lufenia. He just works. Yeah, Edward.
Thanks for getting it done.
Edward is solid.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I respect the power of Edward. I know his kit is great. I will never run him. I'm not interested in the character at all. But that's a me problem. That's not like an Edward problem. Sayador is a Sayador problem. That's a dropped ball by the devs in my book.
Wow, it's a lot of things you pointed out for Sayador. I knew the game was fall damage. I just wanted to test gravity. I just used everyone with any.
Yeah, when you look at, like, I don't know if I can. I'm not trying to showboat or say that I do more than anybody else, but like I refuse for us to ever put out an infographic that has hot takes, that has incorrect information. And every time I kept digging deeper into Sayador's kit, like, I kept finding different things that I wanted to say that I thought were going to be important for the community. So.
Oh, dog. Oh, shit. Let's see. The spear effect doesn't show up unless you actually inflict the debuff. Could be the spears I'm using. What spears are you using? I can run him if I try. If not, I got other characters. He might be the hardest character to champion in this game.
I'll definitely test. I'll test the debuff thing in a minute, because I can just run Terra and Kefka with. I have to turn the Star Wars credits on.
I wish they could show spears. I wish we could choose what the Star Wars credits show.
Actually, you might see the stuff in the status when you hold down the button.
No problem.
I won't let you down.
No problem.
I imagine I'll fit right
Finish
in.
the job properly.
I'll apply myself fully.
I'll show you what I can do.
What's the best spears on Setzer? Seeing as most spears are debuff triggers and Setzer only has 3 uses to inflict one, would you put a debuff inflicting spear? That's a great question. I wonder the same thing, actually. I do not know what I'd put on. I don't know what I'd put on them. If anything, I'd just default back to like Fujin and or attack down like Pain.
Pain has to hit weakness. That won't work.
Oh, Rift the Dream.
Yeah, Fujin or Faris are like the only two that are compatible. which sucks because I have them on Kefka, but that's a me problem, not any of you problem.
You think 8 will ever shine again? Absolutely.
Videos, because I know that he works so well with Setzer.
Did my stream just restart itself?
That is a you problem.
Indeed.
My dog is probably about to bark at me.
Uh-oh.
He's super pissed at me.
No, it's still on. Monetization's off. We gotta fix that. Oh wow. Lots of dislikes on this one. And it's not like the burst orb. What kind of dog do you have, Ink?
I have a Bedlington Terrier. You can look them up. They look like sheep. They're really sort of weird-looking dogs, and my wife and I really like them.
The spear effect wasn't in my status for my testing. It just doesn't work. He said he used Irvine Sphere.
Yeah, I'll test it. I'll test it right now. And if that's the case, like, sure, I'm not going to use Terra, or I may be sad that I threw Yuffie's Sphere on Terra, for, like, if I decide that I want to run her with, like, Yuffie. Like, I mean, that's, like, the only character that frames 8 debuffs, right?
No.
Treasure acquired.
He doesn't frame
Who the
them.
heck?
Get my mic again.
She doesn't...
She inflicts
Oh.
She doesn't frame them.
Oh, okay, but I guess there are... I've watched a lot of recent runs, and you all do tend to throw on your 8-frame debuffs, right?
Yes.
That's a thing.
This music's pretty good. Have you played Resident Evil? Oh, yes, I have. It scares the shit out of me. I had never played a horror game before, but that game makes me scream like a little girl. I love it. I recorded myself playing it, so I might upload that one day if I cut it up. But I have some really rough moments. Me just screaming all alone. Was not pretty.
Oh, I need to finish I never got to finish my test to see if you are magic weak and immune to elemental damage, will you take damage of that element if it's a magic attack?
Come out. Flora heals an aching soul.
This is a weird test. I had to rerun it because my hope, I've never used him in my main party. I just have him as a call, so I just use his LD call, but I did not have his LD equipped.
I see. Try playing Evil Within. One of the parts took me forever since I was too scared to move. What do you think about Yuffie inflicting more debuffs than the slots can handle? Her debuffs are filler. It's just there to fill up the debuff slot so she can take advantage of her LD buff that does something related to it that I don't know.
Okay, so if they're nullified damage, like they absorb Earth, you imperil Earth so that it nulls Earth damage, and then you make them magic weak. If you attack with magic, it still deals 0, so it doesn't bypass it, and it comes up with 0 and says resist and weak, which is just bizarre that it still is 0. All right, now I'm gonna try Terra.
Oh, again? Has it? What? Both these guys do? What?
Hello there. Back to battle.
What was it? Earth Mastery?
Thanks.
Oh, that's
I'll do
crazy.
my best.
what stages do you use to do your testing? Probably, well, yeah, I guess it's just the daily cactuar, right?
No, oh,
We
no.
can't do
No.
I need your help.
No, I mean, I needed, for this last one, I needed Earth Absorb, so I just went into the Centipede fight. For general testing, I used this Sephiroth Cosmos stage that's from Zack and Ignis's chapter. That's usually one of the best things for testing. And then if I need testing for more recent characters that are going to cap on damage, then I use Shinryu's Lufenia stage, because the first wave, that little Shinryu, has crazy brave damage reduction. So very few people cap in that fight, and it's easy to cap. It's easy to test in single target fights.
Alright, wall jump activated. I've got about like 5-10 minutes more of energy left in me.
That sounds about right. I'm getting tired, but I've had to take care of my dog, so I don't really care.
Falling apart. I wonder what triggered the dislikes. The bad Doom gameplay, the Vincent and Sador trashing. Oh shit! Level 80, I'm dead! Ah! Oh man. Ouch. The burst orb probably.
Won't get him yet.
Don't push yourself too
I love
hard.
it. Let's show him a thing of 3. Yeah. What Lufenia would you say the community would have problems with after Sayori's Lufenia? Transcendence. Does that count? If Transcendence counts, then that's it. How far back did this send me? Oh my god. Transcendence. Ramu is tricky unless you delay. Jeez, it.
What have we here?
What do you think of this?
Elden Arsh's Lost Chapter is annoying, and I don't exactly remember why, but it just is. And maybe I suck. That's always an option. Never doubt.
I can probably tell you why it sucks.
It was something annoying about that fight. It just doesn't. What's annoying? RCL is not RCL. RNA's Lufenia is actually pretty simple. It's got a hilarious amount of absorbs.
Yeah, there are.
There's no real
Way
reason.
too many.
Then it's Shtola. After
So-
the learning curve on that, it'll be fine. Trey is hard, but we have Gladio. And then Boss Rush 3, which is finally the first correctly tuned boss rush. Were you saying something?
So there was a question in chat that I was going to answer. How good do you think Pestle, and Sayador combo would be?
Oh.
I mean, it's proven to be a very good combo,
Yeah,
and it's
that's-
because Paladin Cecil overheals Sayador
Yep.
and reduces HP damage taken. But there are a lot of other good characters. Hope overheals the party, which is great. You can use Warrior of Light to protect the entire team and take 0 HP damage. Same with Xdeath if you time it. Same with Beatrix if you time it. So there's lots of characters that you can leverage to potentially get around it. You just need to be careful when bosses ignore HP damage reduction effect. You're generally gonna get. You're probably not gonna use Sayador there. I did put out a challenge. If anyone wants to try it, go ahead and use Sayador and Vivi together in a Lufenia stage. I would love to see you try it and how Sayador does.
Oh. Wow, that sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, that's the point.
It's the Inkwelder challenges. What do you mean Boss Rush 3 correctly tuned? So, the synergy bonus that we got in the first 2 boss rushes was not present in JP. They didn't start doing that until the 3rd boss rush. So, the extra team boost was made the first 2 boss rushes a lot easier, provided you brought a synergy character. And with 3, we'll be back on track. Hello. 9 lost chapters annoying, yeah, but that's a bit out. But yeah, that fight sucks ass. Alexander Lufenia is honestly pretty annoying too, because just how restrictive it is. But everyone pulled. But, oh, that's gonna be interesting, isn't it? Because well, no, because we'll have Vivi. Because
won't Gladio just? Won't people set up the Gladio?
Right, double right. Okay, never. Yeah. Golbez might be getting a hard skip. Man, poor guy. He crept 95% of damage dealers. One of the worst aging takes of all time. God, what was I doing? Did they fix that bug? No, they just made it harder to do. It still works.
They made it harder?
They made it yeah, because you can still set it up, but it's you don't get as much brave gain, so it's harder to pull off.
Gotcha.
So like that. Lufenia Plus are becoming pretty annoying now. Yeah, probably why I haven't done it yet. I feel like it. Also, not too up on Shulk. No desire to play the new character.
By the way, Shulk is a really weird name. But
yes. Yes, it is.
Just saying.
Welcome to No Morrow Land. What did I need? Wind? Or was it water? I think it's wind.
Just leave it to Boris.
Sure, the devs love the monster they created, Gladio.
I call
It will be the bearer of good news.
What? Does this guy not have wind mastery? Come on, man.
We name every character document. Like Al does the research for the infographics, and he names every character. Like the document, the research document, and for Gladios it was WTF dev smoking on this one, and that was just Gladio's document. Normally it's like a play on the name or whatever, but it's just like it's kitchen sink. Yeah.
Okay, I'm dying. I think it's time to stop.
Yeah. I was gonna cut it at 11, but yeah,
Yeah. Is that Telos
I'm
from
for
Xenosaga? Sure. Yes, Asim is. They ported because this is a Xeno game, and they ported her into this game. What's her name? Cosmos is in this game too. Isn't Shulk a selfie clone? Yeah, she's alternate universe selfie. Okay, guys, that's enough streaming. I'll do this eventually again one day. Thanks for hanging out, Inkwelder. I'm glad we got to roast Theodore.
Hell yeah.
Platform. I wish I could have caught you when you were more spicy, but it is what it is.
No worries. Thanks, man.
Yeah, guys, like the video. Balance out the dislikes, please. I would love it if you like this, so my streams could get more. If you leave more likes, I'm more likely to stream. So yeah, there's your incentive to help promote me. Help me, help you, help me. Whatever.
Nice.
I think we average about 30-ish viewers, which is fine for an unannounced stream. Whatever, I'm done plugging myself. I'm exhausted. Hope you all have a good night. I'm going to end the stream. Thanks for coming through again, and I'll catch you guys later.